Hello and welcome to session 23 of Descent into Avernus. I apologize for the technical details and difficulties and stuff, but we seem to be all good now. Uh, let's go ahead and get started with today's episode. Does anybody want to give a recap of what happened last week?
Last time in Avernus, decided after. Okay, let me start back from the helmet. So Kenny put on the helmet. He got a vision of something that Lulu saw. At least Lulu was a part of the vision. Location of a sword, and a tower that was formed up around the sword. So we decided to go and look for that. We did not check in on Traxagore, which is probably going to come and bite us in the ass. We got our equipment, aka the ropes from the random people, and we decided to leave El Terrell via chain, one of the giant chains holding it down. And right before that, might have had a small mental talk with our favorite Pip Kippius. And then we were attacked by spine devils on the spine devils. I keep getting them mixed up with them, but
Yeah,
flying
Spine
spiky
Devils.
bastards, spine devils. Okay, while we're flying down the chain, and that was a little bit of a brutal fight, but we made it through, and that was that. And now we're
And
finishing our
now
descent into Avernus.
yes, we will continue with the aftermath. Thank you for that, Maurice. Please gain inspiration, and you will certainly need it during today's session. So, the party finishes descending the chain without issues. Uh, the chain itself wasn't really looked into. At a cursory appearance, it looked like giant iron chains. But climbing down them, you felt some sort of corruption, and it had actually harmed you at some point. But fortunately, you all didn't spend too long climbing down the chain, and it didn't turn out to be too big of an issue. But you could tell, taking a closer look on your way down and kind of moving a little more rapidly, it definitely does not seem to be made of regular iron. Uh, you had noticed, and I'm just going to remind you all that you think a large, and I say large, but I mean colossal, gargantuan even, creature had noticed you in the distance, and it was identified as a pit fiend. Um, that creature now seems to be preoccupied with the battle. You're relatively close to a river. Above you, you can see El Terrell, and north of you, along the river, you see what seems to be countless swaths of fiends killing each other, uh, crossing the river, and just kind of going to town on each other. There are pockets of battle relatively close to you, but at this particular moment, there doesn't seem to be anything immediately near where you've descended the chain. You think that the creatures that were kind of relatively close to this area were specifically sent to try to deal with you. Um, but it's kind of chaos to the north, chaos to the south. You know the general direction that you need to go. You think you do anyway. And right now you stand amidst a barren fields. What do you want to do?
Do
Um,
we do we have any healing to go around?
let's see.
Maybe I can throw a couple low levels at people who need some healing. If someone's very, very, very hurt, then I can go ahead and.
Yeah, we took a long rest before, so I actually have most of mine. Um, yeah, I've actually all my spell slots and lay on hands and the healing light. Healing light I'd like to save because that's useful in combat.
Leon Hand is the one that takes an action, right?
Healing hands takes an action, but it's only 7 points.
No.
But yeah, I can use that one. Lay on hands also takes an action. I have 35 worth of that, so 42 total between just those two.
I'm looking at roughly 60%.
I'm a little under 50%.
Meanwhile, while we're like trying to get that, so I'm trying to better understand our location. Are we west or east of this approximately north-south river?
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to gauge, but you're on what you presume would be the west side of a river flowing north to south. But that's
Okay.
assuming your bearings are accurate, right? Because you could just as easily be on the west side of a river. It's kind of hard to say without knowing what north and south is.
Okay.
But you are where you presume is the west side of the river, based on the information that was given to you by Lulu in regards to landmarks that were seen in the distance of mountains that seem to be shaped like a fist.
If I look around and consult the map, can I see anything that may match?
You could certainly try. Do you have the map?
Well, we have the
We have the
One.
one that Silvara loaned us.
Gotcha. So you're gonna take the map out of the bag of holding.
Yeah, if Eldrin asks for it, and then we'll take it out.
Okay, cool. Eldrin, you now have the map, and it looks as what you see on the screen. Give me a survival check to see if perhaps you notice any sort of landmarks. Kind of maybe correlate them on the map. It's hard to say. You do see what you think is a large volcano on the other side of the river. But you don't know how common that type of thing would be in Avernus. But
Right.
if you had to guess, you would think that that's this area over here where I'm pinging.
Yeah.
That's your best guess, though. It's hard to say. Doesn't match up exactly with what you have on the map.
Is it straight east of us, or I guess on the
It's a
other
bit
side?
northeast. Based on that bearing, you would assume that you're somewhere maybe over here if it's accurate and if the
Right.
scaling is accurate.
Right. What is it?
Our healths.
What we're missing. So yeah, I can top Eldrin off completely just with lay on hands, which is fine. Especially since you're the lowest. Currently. And then I can do so healing hands on Derek will put him at 40 out of 51. And then I can do like a healing light a little bit, not all of it obviously, or too much, but I can do some of that. Anthamilla and myself, we can kind of probably just use spells for as we need it.
Pretty much.
So yeah, I'll do that. So Eldrin, you'll be healed to full.
Okay.
That'll be my play on hands pool for now. And then to start off with, Derek, you'll be healed for 7. And then, never mind. Did I already use? I must have used all 8 in that fight. Did I really take that much damage?
You got kind of hit like by 3 crits, I think, during that fight.
I thought I had all my healing light. Apparently, I have 0 of my. It's the opposite of what I thought.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, let me scroll up. Hold on. Yeah, because I would have hit the long rest button. So if that's what it's showing, then I must have used them all. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think at some
Yeah.
point you used a good amount.
Yeah. I can see at least where when I did Radiant Soul, I did 5d6 alone, and I only get 8d6. So yeah, I must have been pretty low. Okay, so Eldrin should be topped off. Derek should be at 40 out of 51, and me and Anthony Miller are what we're at. So we just have to figure that out with spells, basically. I have Cure Wounds available. That's level 1 and 2.
I mean, it's probably best for Derek to be topped off, and then I can be a little lower.
Well, I think we can probably get both going. So what do you?
Let's not try to spend too much time min-maxing on exact health counts.
Yep.
If we get into it, we'll
Yeah.
make medicine checks and take some time to do so. But if we're sitting here like doing math calculations, I'm gonna start making dice rolls. Just a warning.
Yeah, I
Makes
guess we
sense.
should probably just
Yeah, I
use
mean,
the
we can
spell
definitely be
check.
doing other stuff while this is happening.
Because right now you just descended a giant chain, seemingly in the middle of a kind of effective war zone.
Right.
The,
Yeah. I mean,
the
we want to
big
look
creature's
for
kind
cover.
of
Should
distracted at
probably-
the moment by a large demon flying in its face, but you don't know how long that is going to be taking place.
Yep.
I guess the most important thing right now is like we need to find the direction that we're going in and then go in that direction.
So I mean, I can kind of, if we can go with the assumption. I mean, we can ask Lulu if anything looks familiar, but
Oh,
She would kind of reiterate that she thinks it's to, and she kind of points her trunk to the effective north. And looking at the map, it would be a little ways away if the scaling is right. Again, hard to say.
right.
But there seems to be a range of mountains to the west of the river.
It kind of matches what the
Vaguely,
direction.
yeah.
Kind of.
It's the right direction that she would think.
Okay.
But that's from
Is-
her look at the map. She don't know if
Is-
it's accurate.
What's the landscape looking like where we are? I guess.
Yeah, so it is remarkably barren. Everything's kind of red tinted. There's sand and dirt. There doesn't seem to be much foliage. What foliage there is seems to be just like withered trees. And there's occasional patches of thorn brush around. But it's a pretty wide open area. There are hills and at varying terrain heights, but it's otherwise remarkably barren. There are occasional rocks, I suppose, as well, relatively large rock outcroppings, and you would see the occasional crater from where you imagine, similar to above in El Terrell, there has been impacts of things such as meteors.
Above Elturel, can we still see the companion?
You could see the kind of dark light from the companion, but El Terrell as a whole is eclipsing it from your position. El Terrell's pretty big. It's not just 1 mile
Yeah.
look at that mile-long cloud above us now.
So then there's kind of that darkness, so to speak, emanating from the companion, and then the rest of kind of the plains, I guess, is fairly illuminated.
Yeah, it's definitely like a pale. It's like it has like a red hue, like kind of semi-foggy, like there's like a dust in the air. Not enough to actually like obscure your vision heavily. It's just kind of like a light red tinge to everything, but definitely well illuminated enough to see. Not like extremely bright though.
All right, so we're here, roughly.
It's a guess, but that's That's where you would think.
And we need to be here.
Somewhere in
go
that general direction is
northish.
Lulu's best guess. Yes.
Okay, isn't that well, the map that's a lightning cloud, right? Here.
Looks
Looks
like
like
it.
it.
Okay, so maybe. Let me look around on the horizon and see if there's anything stormy, I guess, looking in that direction, towards the north. Maybe
You
more
don't
clouds
see
come up.
anything from your current position.
Okay.
The sky is actually remarkably open, aside from El Terrell being directly above you. Looking outwards, you occasionally see a flying fiend in the sky, but there doesn't seem to be clouds, and you don't know where the source of light is coming from. There doesn't seem to be anything like a sun or anything like that in the sky. Just light from some unknown source.
So is the sky just black?
No, it's red. Think of like a perpetual dawn, I suppose. Something like that.
Like there's an
So-
atmosphere.
Jordan,
I think we should put the city roughly to our backs and just keep heading away from it as our bearing. Try to find some other type of landmarks.
all right.
Because again, we do have like a general inclination of go this way.
Well, yeah, we kind of know that we want to follow ish the river, and and if it gets to a point where it goes west, then we've gone too far.
Yeah, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Right. Is there is there some kind of check, like a survival check we can make as we go along to make sure that we're noting landmarks, so that if we need to, eventually find our way back to El Toro, we can do it a little bit easier.
So, how do you want to do that? Are you gonna like write on the map? Are you gonna just try to keep memorization of it? Like, how are you going to keep track of these landmarks? I just need to know.
I definitely wouldn't even remotely be able to as Edmund, but I was asking mechanically, is that something maybe Eldrin could do with a check? I don't know.
Someone can certainly try to keep track of things and map things if you'd like, but I need to know who and how they're doing it. Does someone have cartographer's tools, or are you just kind of relying on memory?
I mean, I think as Eldrin, he would kind of rely on his survival instinct,
Yeah, just
memory as he goes through. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay.
If it's suggested, I could say we can. I definitely have enough paper. I don't really have any mapping tools.
Well, remember that one guy
Try
was
to
busy making a map, so
Yeah, that too.
maybe be careful about that.
Maybe
Yeah, I'm
memory.
not suggesting a map though.
Yeah, maybe just listing landmarks, like just literally in text form. Just something to give us some sort of better bearings than nothing. You know?
Yeah, I think I would want us to kind of move towards the general direction we want to go. See if there's any place where we can get cover from that one big ass guy that
Let's
was
do
looking
that
at us before.
first. Let's
Yeah.
walk and talk, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the one thing I want to ask in regards to how you're proceeding with this, are you just heading straight north along the river, or are you going to go west? Like, tell me your approach for this, because straight north of you is a bloodbath. Along the river itself, there's swarms of fiends killing each other to the north.
Can we get like a blank page to
Yeah,
just to kind of show what we want to do?
sure.
Or like, can we write on this one?
Oh, give me a
Like,
second.
can we create a duplicate of this or something? Then we can write on it.
I could do that. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
That
don't
might
want
be
to mess.
better.
Don't want to mess up the map, but
Give me just a second. Because this map actually has other stuff on it, so I can't duplicate the page.
gotcha.
Copy.
Yeah, I mean, I think a blank page could work.
We got it, boys. I got this. All right, here you go. you could draw as you please. So
There we
I
go.
will help you out a little bit. You think that you are probably around here. And you think that you have to go somewhere over here. And, oh god. Sorry.
Whoa.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry, I goofed. You think you're here. You think you have to go somewhere here. And then this area...
Where?
A sec. This area,
So we think we're here.
if that's the case, seems
Where-
to be a murder fest.
Where is
Right
the...
there. I just marked it.
Okay, there we go. I couldn't see where he was marking.
Oh, you don't see my marks?
No, I
Well,
do. They're just really small.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
All right, so yeah. So we think we're here where this green circle is. We think we need to go to that northern green circle. And the big red box is a bloodbath.
Yeah, I mean, there's pockets, like, all along the river
Right,
itself
yeah.
is like that. Like, you can't tell how far, like, even relatively close to you, but the chain isn't right on the river. It's
Right.
it's jutting off. You guys specifically went to a chain that was, like, to the west of El Terrell.
Right. So we can't see what the river is. Is it? I was gonna ask if it's blood, like as depicted.
You could see it on your way down.
Yeah.
The river's waters. Give me just a second, because I actually don't know offhand. I am embarrassed to say. I think they would be colored red, but I guess you wouldn't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're not close enough, that's fine.
It's certainly reflecting a blood red color, but that could be due to the sky, as depicted.
But it wasn't like lava, kind of thick and moving that way.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be lava. Lava gives off a
Okay.
faint light too.
So
Seems to just be
let's see
reflecting.
if we can make a path maybe a little more west from here.
Yeah, I mean, I think
To
I would
here.
want to.
From there
Are you drawing stuff?
Yeah, I
to
can't.
here. That way we should get around the blood path.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's drawing in purple.
It's going kind of slow.
And of course now your sound is cutting out. Awesome.
No, I hear you.
Was the river that big? Like, it looks really big compared to other landmarks.
Yeah, it's really interesting because you're not like looking from when you were descending. The chain, you got a pretty good like eye on the land. You didn't really take a lot of time to look around, unfortunately. But just passively kind of looking around, you would think that this portion, like the proportions don't seem to match up. Like you think that this area right here is probably about a mile wide, which is really wide. But at different points, like this large area, like looking straight east, it doesn't seem to be as wide as depicted on the map at all. It actually seems narrower than a mile. So it doesn't seem to be either you're in the wrong place or the map isn't necessarily accurately depicting things to the appropriate scale.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we see any like hill or mountain ranges in like more westerly direction?
Yeah. To the northwest, there appears to be a mountain range in the distance.
We can try to head in that direction.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, so
At
how are
least-
you
at
guys
least until we-
traveling? Are you just kind of brazenly moving across, quickly, pace, stealthily? Like, what are you guys doing?
I don't want to take forever, but stealthily may be our best option.
Yeah.
At least until we get away from all the Blood War stuff. Once we're further away from the river, maybe we can go at a normal pace. I definitely don't want to do fast pace.
Yeah, I think stealthily if we can, and then, trying to go from whatever cover we can get to whatever other cover we can get.
Okay, cool. So, I would like for Eldrin, or whoever is leading the group in regards to who's leading the way and attempting to navigate, I need you to give me a survival check, and I need you to roll me 2d4, and then I need everyone to roll a stealth check for me.
Can I get guidance on my survival?
Yeah.
Guidance.
Derek, before it gets lost in the rolls, I healed you for another 8. I don't know if you caught that. So the initial 7 and then another 8.
Alright, throwing him guidance. And I'm going to go ahead and make a stealth check.
Stealth.
Good luck, boys.
And it.
It's an 11 survival.
Should be 18 though.
18?
Yeah, if I have advantage for this one, I'm sure. Because of my shoes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your survival check. My bad.
No. Oh yeah, it's also an 18. No, that's a 24.
Wait, your
Yeah, no,
survival's
no.
an 11, right?
It is. I'm saying like the advantage would have been a 24.
Yeah.
Got it.
Alright, so stealth. 15, 6 failure. And did you roll the 2d4 for me?
I did
Eldrin?
not. Sure.
Okay. Cool. Alright. Start
Right
heading
not right.
west. You, as you were traveling passively, several flying creatures, spined devils, notice you, but they seem to proceed past you, towards the river. You definitely know that you've been spotted, but nothing seems to be pursuing you as you head west. Everything seems to be kind of converging under El Terrell for this battle. The landscape is much the same. It's completely unremarkable. Occasionally, one thing of interest that you will note kind of traveling westward, that seems out of place is you would occasionally see what would seem to be ruins of buildings, perhaps that stood in the past. Definitely no sort of indication of what they might have been used for, but you do see ruins of structures. How long do you want to travel west?
I think we were just going until we got to that hilly area on the map,
Well,
right?
So you're going until you see a mountain range?
Well, I think we
We've
had
seen
already
evidence
seen a
of
mountain
mountain
range.
Yeah.
And while we're going, how is Lulu looking?
Oh, that's a good point. And also thank you, Eldrin, for reminding me. Lulu is looking... Where's her character sheet? Oh, rip. Sorry, I have to go to the other map and look. Oh, Lulu is looking rough.
Yeah, I thought I
But
remembered.
she's putting on a brave face though.
Oh, what, can I transfer that to perfect fucking roll?
What are you trying to do? Oh, you can't transfer healings if you've taken.
No, I know. I was trying to do cure wound, and it rolled the dice on the screen. I was like, fucking hell.
Oh.
7.
Because of the.
It's perfect. It was not perfect, but it was 2 points away from perfect. Goddamn.
Yeah, Lulu's not complaining, but she's visibly hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna cast. Well, I am casting cure wounds on her at 2nd level.
Okay.
So let's do this again. A much probably crappier roll. And 1. What the hell? Okay, you know what? awesome roll, and then +3. Ew, it's much, much worse. But yeah, so altogether she goes for 13.
Okay, good to know. She looks not bloodied anymore. All right.
I would want to reassess kind of our location once we gone west enough. I guess that we feel like we've passed the bigger battle. near the
Sure.
river.
So you feel like after about an hour, even just an hour of movement, there's substantially less fiendish activity near you. You see the occasional flying devil pass by. You want to reassess your kind of bearing based on where you are. Go ahead and give me another survival check. Okay. Well, with El Terrell at your back, it's pretty easy to know that you seem to still be going in a westerly location. And something that's interesting that you notice is you've been traveling for an hour, and you're not quite sure, but it doesn't seem as though the mountains have gotten closer. Obviously, you know you traveled away from El Terrell, and you've made some distance from the city, but in the horizon, it still seems a ways away.
Okay, so
You know you're going in the right direction, though.
Got some PTSD here.
I was just about to say, it feels familiar, right, Elion?
I saw you two smirking on the cams, and I didn't know why. There must be a story behind this.
Yeah.
Exactly what we were saying. What I put him through
Yeah.
last session for my stuff.
Coincidence?
Thanks for the advice, Alex. I appreciate it, my dude. Putting it to use to abuse my players.
But now I'm suffering, so I don't know.
I mean,
Now
if I
I'm the one who's suffering, so I don't like this.
see, if there's a lane to go north from here, then I would
There
suggest
is.
that.
So looking to the north, I mean, it does seem to be open fields. Similar to the way I described before. You could certainly go north and see if it puts the mountains at your back. Would you like to do that? How long would you like to travel?
I mean, I think that's kind of the direction we would want it to go, anyways, right?
Sure. So, several hours pass as you're traveling through this wasteland. And now I'm going to ask the fun questions. Because we're probably going to get to a point where you guys are probably going to need to camp. Also, as you're making northerly progress, you do think that the mountains do slowly seem to be shifting to your back in the horizon.
Is there still more ruins along the way?
Yeah, it seems they seem to be very rare. They're not very frequent, but you'll occasionally see what appears to be a pillar jutting out of the ground. For one was some sort of structure that has long since been destroyed. But the question I was going to ask the party is, let's get a rations and cooking gear check, boys. I'd like for everyone in chat for me, or camping gear check. I'd like for everyone in chat to tell me how many days of rations you have, which will probably not be relevant because I think you have spellcasters. I would like to know if you have a tent, and I would like to know if you have a sleeping bag. I think I looked at this in advance, so I think I know who has what, but I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything.
A sleeping bag or a bedroll?
Bedroll. Bedroll is fine. Some sort of something to sleep on. We're in.
See.
Okay.
Cool, thank you. Edmund? I would keep note of these somewhere else, just in case it becomes relevant. Again, I don't think rations will, because I think you have a spellcaster that can create food. And you guys seem to have a lot of food, so. But we will be tracking this a little bit. Okay.
That's Bonnie, that's probably it. And one of those.
Okay, cool. Thank you all. Okay. Yeah, I'm everyone should have a water skin, right? That's full.
Yes.
So-
Well,
That
Yeah.
will be very relevant. 10 days of rations, 1 water skin. Okay.
Time to start drinking the blood water, boys.
Yeah, definitely. But I think people have a spell to create water, so we're probably gonna be okay, right? Definitely gonna be okay.
I think we're told we'll be fine on water.
All right.
We'll be fine. We'll be
So-
absolutely fine.
You continue north, and with your roll, you are unaccosted. You start to feel tired. It's kind of hard to tell what's night and what's day. The sky never seems to change hue or anything like that. You're kind of gauging it based on your own kind of circadian rhythms. Like you're feeling tired. You anticipate that it's probably close to sleeping time. You've been walking for what seems like hours. And it's probably a good time to set up camp. So what I would also like to ask is for the party to establish watches who will take first, second, third, fourth as you traverse this wasteland.
Eben should probably take first, or last watch. Want to get him healed up first, and get some rest as soon as possible.
All right, so you said one Edmund.
Well, not
Yeah.
first, like last. Let him sleep first.
Okay, so who's gonna take first watch?
I'll take first watch.
All right, Anthamila equal first watch. All right, who's second?
I need to sleep the least. I don't know what that means.
Then take
That
the
means
last
I go early?
or
Early watch?
yeah, I guess. Or like
Well, it doesn't matter because the watch is part of the 8 hours of long rest.
Yes.
It's not like if I do the last watch, then I'll be long rested for it. I still
No,
Well,
you will be, right?
Yeah, it's assuming an 8-hour rest, but if you're gonna, it depends on how long people are gonna be taking watches and stuff.
I assume with 4 people we do 2 hours apiece for 8 hours. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah, that's true then. So because the last person would have, I guess, an hour effectively remaining, right? So wait, no, the last person would have had a full rest.
Oh, a full rest is 6 hours?
No, but the person that's on the last watch would have already effectively had it if you're doing 2-hour watches, right?
No, because Eldrin would watch. Let's just hypothetically, Eldrin watches for 2 hours. Anthamilla watches for 2 hours.
Mhm.
Derek watches for 2 hours. Edmund wakes up and finishes the last watch.
I get what you're saying. Yes,
He only had
yes.
6 hours.
So if you're
So that-
interrupted at night, nobody will have a long rest. That's easier for me to keep track of anyway.
Assuming we only sleep 8 hours. If we slept 10, then I guess it changes.
Yeah,
I
but
just
then
assumed it's-
then your watches
yeah.
you don't have enough unless Lulu's involved.
Yeah,
All right.
it's-
Can we assume a short
yeah,
rest
but I mean,
after
it
the
even
first one?
says in the rules, as long as you aren't doing crazy stuff for more than 2 hours, it can
Oh
be.
yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm not arguing the semantics of the watching. What I'm talking about is
You don't
And,
get the benefits until 8 hours have completed.
correct.
Right.
So Anthony was saying let Edmund do sleep first, so that he gets basically insinuating that I would be healed for my watch. I thought, and I just wanted to point out that's not the case.
Gotcha.
won't-
Okay,
I won't-
I was
I
assuming
understand
that.
now.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
With that, who's on second watch since it doesn't matter? For you.
I'll be second watch, it's fine.
All right,
I'll
cool.
take third.
All right.
Cool.
Oops, I put things in twice.
Can we have Lulu and
I
Derek
was-
watch at the same time?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Lulu, and that was third, right, for Derek and Lulu?
Correct.
And then that leaves Edmund is first. Oh, so Antamila, your fourth watch. Right.
First.
All right. So this is first. Reed.
Yes.
So Edmund is fourth watch.
Yeah, sounds fine.
Cool. Alright, sorry, I'm just going to reorganize these, because it'll be relevant for D4 rolls. I
Yep.
just simply have it like this already prepared. Alright, cool. Oh my god, I keep pasting it.
Oh.
It's driving me insane. I'm just going to use a notepad. Okay, guys. So, the first night of Sleep Town, Sleep Hio.
Let's get some stuff done before we all decide to go into the sleeping watching thing. So
Yeah, what are you guys going to do?
we should probably go ahead and send that sending spell. And I'm not sure exactly what we should be saying in it.
Well, under the assumption that we may be eavesdropped on, not our location, not the location of the people we left behind.
I think we should still say we left the High Hall,
Yep.
and then leave it at that.
Well, if we leave it at that, then they could assume that we left the people there by themselves, unprotected.
Maybe say we've migrated everyone from the High Hall, and we've left and the four of us have left Elturel.
I also have a small, teeny, eensy-weensy problem to address as well. What if Pip Kip saw us leaving the High Hall? Because it sure as hell seemed like it did.
Wait,
Oh, then we did what we could.
Yeah.
yeah.
So what's the purpose of the sending spell? Just to see if he responds,
Do we
if
say
he's
that we need
alive.
to do it at
Yeah,
that
just to
point?
see if we can get a hold of Traxor. He's the way to get us and everyone else out.
Yeah, I guess.
The problem is I don't know how we do that without revealing information.
We can just tell them, hey, if you're alive, let it,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's as simple as that. If you're
Just give us
alive,
any signal.
please let us know. Yeah,
Okay. Alright,
still
so
alive? Kicking it.
maybe that's all we need to know right now.
Okay, I'm gonna send I guess a very simple sending spell. No names.
Yeah,
so
post it in
simple.
chat for me, please.
Alright, I'm posting it. I'm gonna post it. Okay.
Keeping track of these.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'd like for you to roll a 1d20. Actually, a 1d100, my bad.
Yeah, and I think Eldrin will want to see if we can get
And
a spot to camp that's less like
1D
out in the
100 or
open.
1D20?
1d100. Eldrin, give me a survival check.
I will ask Edmund see if he can give me some guidance.
Yeah, sure. I can do that. I mean, one's better than zero.
Alright, give me a second, Eldrin, and I'll tell you what you're able to find for a resting place. I'm just writing a message response from somebody.
See from somebody.
Oh, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Alright, gotta do a quick count. That's good enough. Alright. here's what you get on Tamila, and I will message you on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You get a response. For those of you in chat, it's down here in the bottom right of Roll20 if you want to read it. I'm going to start posting those. That's not for you, players. Don't you look, you cheating scumbags. Although Maurice is probably just going to tell you everything anyway. But who knows? Maurice could lie to you.
Well, that would just create unneeded drama.
I would never want to create unneeded drama between the party members and imply that you had information that you might lie about to them. While you're processing that, Eldrin, from looking around and kind of thinking about it, there's not really great places to hide. You think the safest place might actually be inside some of the meteor craters that are around. Anyone approaching by land wouldn't be able to see you because they kind of dip up around the edges. And then you have like kind of an area on the inside it's depressed. So if something did find you, they'd probably have a tactical advantage. But you think it would be extremely unlikely for something in the ground to see you from a distance, because you're in a crater. That's the safest thing that you could find near you. You also have the benefit of, you rolled pretty well, you're able to find a relatively fresher crater, so to speak. So there is a little bit of smoke rising from the center point of it, which might create some sort of obscured vision from the sky as well if something were to fly by.
Oh, nice.
That you think will be a prime candidate throughout this place, finding fresh meteor holes to camp in, because there doesn't seem to be much else on the Barrens. It's just a wide open, dusty, windy kind of situation.
At least we find a good one.
Yeah, plus if we stay at a fresh one, what are the odds that another meteor will hit the same spot? Right? That's got to be like astronomically low.
It's like lightning striking twice.
As Edmund says that, a meteor hits the ground nearby.
And if Edmund pulls up a tent or something like that, I want to try to like throw some of the dirt from the crater on top of it, so it's about the same color. Try to
Ooh, try to camouflage the tent a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, that's give me a let's just say a stealth check. You won't have advantage for moving silently, but you know, you're good at making camouflage, you're good at being stealthy. Let's see how you can apply your stealth to other things. Yeah, you're pretty confident that even from above, especially with the smoke, it's very unlikely something like patrolling by is going to notice this. There's a lot of soot, not as much dirt. It's like kind of like ashy soot.
Yeah.
If you effectively make it black, and that's pretty much the color of the interior of the area. The big struggle that you have is those of you that are sleeping on the outside of the tent. It's a 2-person tent, so you could put another person in there. Is that you're kind of in the open with a bedroll.
Yeah, I'll probably try to do the same with the bed rolls, but not to a degree, right?
Okay, you just try to make it a little bit,
not
ruin them, but try.
Exactly.
I'll just say this applies to that as well. You now have some dirty bedrolls. It might be a little uncomfortable, but you've dealt with worse.
Yeah.
All right, Antamila got information. Do you want to do anything with that information, Antamila, or should we go through sleeping through the night and doing patrols? And
we have to talk about anything else, by the way, as a group, because downtime. But yeah, I guess he's alive and on the material plane. He said he'd contact me. So here's hoping.
And
Okay.
is the material plane the
Like the
Or
prime.
normal plane? Is that the...
The normal world.
Yeah, ultimately you would know that based on context. You think he's back home. It's wizard
Well,
speak.
that means he should be safe, and we can call upon him when we're ready to get out of here. I mean, the trick, man.
I
Feel
don't think it's that easy.
your pain, Donald. Well, the problem is that I keep thinking of it in terms of when we're ready to leave. The people of Elturel are already ready to leave. But if we message him and tell him, to go get them, then
Might be safer if we wait until we can get them ourselves.
I don't
Yeah.
think we should. I don't know why. Just some internal suspicion feeling. I want to really make sure that's Traxigor that got a hold of us. It seems really suspicious. He was in a lot of trouble and then
Then he was
got
fine.
away
He
that
might be able
easily.
to teleport out, but I don't know how to discern.
Yeah, Anthony Miller, when you cast sending and you speak with people, do you it's their voice, or is
Yes.
it just like a blanket voice? Okay,
You know who is sending a message to you if you know their voice.
right. Does it create like a telepathic link with that person so that if you hear them, you know that it's either them or like the time you were eavesdropped on, somebody was eavesdropping or whatever, but like if this person says it's Traxigor, do you necessarily know that it is, or could it be something disguising themselves as him?
One of
Like,
those
obviously-
blasted shapeshifters again.
Yeah, I mean, like those doppelgangers. I mean, obviously, sure it's not that. It's
Well, the message will get most likely to Traxigor. Doesn't mean it might not get intercepted to be overheard.
yeah. I'm just wondering if some kind of fiend could have replied as him.
Real talk. I'm not really sure how that particularly works. Can someone hijack the message and speak back? And that's something. Can I make a knowledge religion check?
So I think someone already made this check to determine the whole thing in regards to the whole intercepting thing. In regards to so on a plane, the ruler of the plane kind of has a large amount of control and dominion over things entering and leaving the plane, and there could be different effects to magic and spells based on the plane that you're
So
in.
is it possible he could be impersonating Traxigor? Is essentially.
From what you could guess, the answer is maybe.
Okay. No way to be sure. It could be Traxigor. It should be Traxigor, but it could be an imposter.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
we can't really do much either way.
Yeah.
Until
Sure.
we find out. So
we'll just work on the information that apparently he may or may not be in the material plane now, and he will try and contact me later.
Lulu would speak up, and Lulu would say, those people in El Terrell looked really hungry, though. Are they gonna be okay?
we left them a good amount of food, and they have the druid with them.
You
They should
left
be able
them
to
20
survive.
days of rations, I think is what it was, right?
Yeah, but I mean, they can ration it out.
Yeah. There was hundreds of them. They could definitely
Make
that
They
work.
probably got about 3 days, 4 if they're pushing it. Oh my god, we couldn't take them with us.
Plus the druid, that
Yeah.
should help them.
Yep, he could make some good berries. He could cast it, I think, 4 times, which would feed 40 people.
Yeah, so I mean, they could all eat every third day, which is okay.
Your survivalist is showing, Eldrin.
Lulu looks
Well, that's
concerned.
good, though. That's
I mean,
Oh.
they'll survive.
they'll be fine. Well, they won't be fine, but they'll survive as long as nothing else tries to eat them while they're trying to stay rationing their
I
food.
think food is probably the least of the worries for them at this moment.
Okay.
I mean, I remember the rule. You can go 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, and 3 hours without shelter.
Did they have water?
Yeah, they had the holy.
Yeah,
water.
they definitely had water because we
So they-
couldn't.
Oh,
We were having
we
a
brought
tough
in
time
the
move it.
A
we
big
brought
wagon.
in the big we brought in
Yeah.
the big barrels of water in there too.
Okay.
As long as they're smart about it. I mean,
They did seem really smart.
Yeah, they're smart people.
Lulu looks concerned.
Part of me wants to try and get them out of here immediately, but the other part of me is not. If we got all of them killed, I don't know what I'd do.
Well,
Legitimately don't know what I'd
they
do.
should be good on water, if anything. I mean, there was a druid there. There was a priestess there. Hopefully, they were smart enough to be
You
able
can
to
probably
come to
drink that
water.
holy water. It's holy, you know.
For a little bit, they could definitely. I mean, holy water has the same benefits as regular water, except it is holy, so it does provide some high quality H2O.
High quality.
if
Someone say divine.
Ugh, I hate you so much.
what we should check on is if we're concerned, since I'm concerned, it's not Traxigor. Next time we get a hold of him, see if he's okay with coming out to us, verify yes that is him, and then we're good, right? Like that's probably the easiest way to know it's him. Visually confirm
if
it.
he comes to us, then he's wasting ability to basically port in, grab people, and port out. And he can only move 8 people at a time.
Well, it's not just that, but also last time he couldn't just leave right away.
And something probably intercepted his teleport.
So he's probably not gonna be too crazy about the idea of just coming, so we know that he was the one that responded, and then next time we message him, how we're gonna know that he was the one that responded, right? So like,
Sure. Okay. So then, by that logic, he's not going to be happy to start teleporting 8 people a day. So this is a concern that
Eldrin knows this.
it's unfortunately it's a terrible situation we're in. But until we're absolutely ready to get everyone out at the same time or close to, I don't think it's something we can figure out at this moment.
Yeah, I think it's something we worry about once we are ready to go.
I'll turn and kind of focus that towards Edmund, and I'm just telling him, I'm like, it sounds very terrible, but I'm sorry, I don't think we should rush trying to get the people out.
I reluctantly agree. Really like them to not be here anymore, but I agree with you.
I don't think they want to be here either.
None
But
of us.
we gotta do what's best. If we can find the sword, I'm sure we could help them. Don't know how, but it's relevant, I promise.
I think that's probably one of the best focuses, Lulu.
Yep.
Lulu
Alright.
nods enthusiastically. You all look tired.
Yep. Let's get some rest and see if we can find these Kenku.
Indeed. Before the day is out, did anybody want me to ask Bilker anything? Valker. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying it that way.
I thought we already did.
Did we do that today?
I
think
think
When we were looking down.
Sounds accurate.
Okay, then I'll ask in the morning.
Okay.
Air quote quote morning if we need it for anything. I'll hold off on it.
Yeah.
Watch 1. Nothing happens. Watch 2. Nothing happens. Watch 3. Nothing happens. But on watch 4, who is being watched by Edmund, nothing happens. You all wake up and you're all fully rested, and it's a nice day in Avernus.
Is
What
it
a
a nice day?
lovely- What a lovely day for burning!
Everything seems as you remember it. It is still a hellish landscape. Unfortunately, you wake up and realize that you were not dreaming this whole scenario.
We got information about from a book or from Silvara or Lulu knew some? We got information about edible plant in here.
Yeah.
Feel. So I'll keep an eye on that as we march forward.
Yeah, if you're gonna try to scavenge for food, I'm gonna need another survival check, which will
Let
be
me
a
know when it
big
goes.
check.
Can
Can what?
I was gonna ask if I could assist him.
Yeah, if you want to help him look for food, absolutely.
I realized that while I'm not trained in survival, I do have actually a +2 in it because of wisdom. Wisdom's my tied for my
Okay.
best stat.
Yeah. So fortunately, there's not much to look for here. There's either barren wasteland, ruined trees, or vine bushes. So you kind of narrow it down to if there's gonna be edible food here, maybe it's in this plant growth of vine bushes. And within the bushes, you do see berries. Um, and you see a lot of berries. They are kind of in some vines, though. You think that they might be edible based on some of the things that Silvira had told you. Uh, she didn't give you specifics, but this is the only thing that's actually looked remotely like food in Avernus so far.
Would there be anything analog to this that I would know from the forest?
Give me a nature check. Nope. Usually berries don't grow on vines with spikes and thorns. They grow on non-spiny ones from where you are.
Guess, I'm not too hungry. I'm not hungry enough to try it.
Oh. Alright, everyone mark off a day of rations unless someone wants to cast a spell as you continue your journey. And whoever is leading the party, I would like for you to give me a 2d4 roll, please. And I'm assuming that you're kind of trying to follow the bearing, keeping the river to your right, El Terrell to your southeast/east. We're not going to keep making checks for that. It's pretty easy to spot for. It's a giant floating thing in the sky. Who's leading?
I am, I think.
Alright, give me a 2d4 roll.
I just did.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So this day, is even less eventful than the last. It feels like you're traveling for forever. You actually don't see any fiends on this day. And you just seem to be marching for what seems like forever. It's more of the same, just a wide open barren like wasteland. And you kind of start to approach that point where you're getting tired again.
Okay, any craters?
Does Lulu see? I guess we
You-
see the.
You want her to
the-
fly up and take a look?
Might not be a bad idea. If we don't see any fiends around.
Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty clear. The skies are clear, fiends today. Again, I said it was a wonderful day in Avernus. I meant it. Clear skies, no demons.
The forecast of fiends is low.
Yeah, Lulu kind of flies up. And she kind of stays there for a while, and you could see her from below. She's kind of like looking in different directions, back and forth. And then she kind of looks to the northeast, and she kind of flies back down. She says, I don't see the I don't see them yet. But the river is still to our east. I don't see any big scary monsters either. But I don't see the mountains yet. But I don't know if they were even really big mountains. It might just be that they're too far away. I hope we're not in the wrong area. That'd be really bad.
Hmm.
But it's mostly just what we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eldrin, you look disappointed.
It's okay. Some information is, even no information is some information.
Right. All right. So you get towards nighttime. If you want to find a good spot to camp, Eldrin, give me a survival check again.
I mean, I don't want to be like that, but like we're probably having time to help him with that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. You could even roll with guidance.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, in that guidance.
All right. You're like again. You're able to kind of prospect things as you're moving along, and so you're not losing a lot of forward progress. Kind of looking around, and you're able to find a similar circumstance as last time. Fresh, delicious crater, and you're able to set up camp. We're gonna go through the watches. Does anyone want to do anything before you go down for the night?
I'll
I'm
have a
going-
question for Eldrin. And I'll just kind of like, hey, Eldrin, you're pretty. You're pretty. You're just pretty.
Aww.
No, you're.
That's sweet, Lulu says.
You are well adapted to terrains and travels. If we were to use mounted creatures of some type, how much time do you think we'd save?
Depends on the.
Because like you have your Phantom Steed thing, right?
Yeah, the Phantom Steed can go much faster than regular mounts, though. But it
Yeah,
can only hold probably 2 of us.
Well, I have my fine steed as well, but
Have you casted
Oh,
it?
you do.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you maybe try and find yourself a steed? Seems like it might be helpful in this particular situation.
I mean, is that what we want to do? Do we want to switch to? I thought we were trying to move a little bit stealthier. Now that we're out of the range of fiends, I guess maybe it's better to do that.
Simply post him a question.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be faster, as since especially because dismounts wouldn't get tired. But I mean, the Phantom Steed only lasts for so long.
How long does it last?
I think like an hour.
Mine,
No, maybe 3 hours. Let me check.
3 hours is a weird time for a spell.
That is a weird time for
That would be
spells.
weird.
does
Weird.
does-
But
fine.
it's like it's meant to be for travel. But I think no, because it travels 3 times as fast, so maybe just 1 hour.
does fine steed just last until you end it or it dies?
Fine steed is a
familiar.
forever steed.
Yeah, okay. Until it dies, or you can like dismiss it. I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
It
think you
lasts
can
forever.
dismiss it. I'm not sure.
Well, you could dismiss it by cutting its head off.
Yeah, I mean, you can
No,
do that.
because if it's sending it off, it'll probably die.
Let's see. We'll put it in the
Steed.
chat.
1 hour for Phantom Seed. It's probably better. It's probably a better getaway or something like that.
Yeah, that's probably true. But mine takes 10 minutes to cast, so mine's not good for getaway. But
Yeah, I mean, but yours stays up.
yeah, that's true.
Also, while we're doing this, do we have anything unnecessarily heavy inside of the bag of holding we can just dump?
I can give you the equipment list.
Hmm.
Or the list of it.
Just making sure we don't still have like a
Right.
statue in there.
Still
Yeah,
have
we
that
did.
giant statue thing in it.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah,
heads
well-
in there?
we
a
don't
lot of-
have we don't have the rope anymore.
Fair.
Yeah, that
And the
freed up
rope
a
was
lot of
pretty heavy.
weight. Yeah, rope is heavy apparently.
It was 60 pounds, yeah.
Oh,
I have a question while they're looking through that, Donald.
Yeah.
DM question.
Uh oh.
During I'm gonna try and milk this. During my my lovely time spent adorning the beautiful golden helm of Torm,
Yeah.
How close of a look would you say that I got at that their sword?
That's a good question.
Oh, you would have gotten a really good look at it. Why?
Yeah, because I was it. Like, was I seeing myself as the person wielding it, or it was third person, or?
Actually, it was differing points of view.
Gotcha.
At one point, you were thinking that you were somebody that was not any of the people. At one point, you think you were watching from Lulu's perspective. A lot of it was from Lulu's perspective, you presume.
This is the reason I ask.
What was that
Nicely
laugh?
done.
Or what is that clapping?
I don't know. Who was,
Nicely done. That's me. I'm sorry.
oh, the spell
Sorry,
can locate it.
Yeah, if you're talking about locate object, it would absolutely... You have enough... Like, you saw it pretty well.
Cool. So yeah, I would let the party know that now that we're a good ways into our journey and we might be a little closer, each day, if we want, I can start casting locate object, and if we're within 1,000 feet of this sword, I'll know because I've
Not a thought.
technically seen it.
Probably cast it before bed right now.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no reason not to, right?
Yeah,
I mean, if we get jumped, but
I think it's the best time as
Yeah,
any.
ritual
Yes.
cast.
no, I agree. I wish I could ritual cast.
Wait, can you ritual cast that?
Nope.
Well,
No, not locate object.
Okay,
Not
so-
even paladins don't get ritual casting at all. I don't think, do they?
No, they
Not
don't.
with a
No, I don't. You have to use a feat, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I will. I'll go ahead and cast that and focus on that sweet Zariel sword.
You do not get a response.
Okay.
But
We are
worth a
at-
try.
Yep, we are at least more than 1,000 feet away from it right now, which is pretty much what we probably expected for now. But as we move closer,
You see it 2 feet under you.
that would be great and
Surprise!
terrifying.
Surprise!
What a twist!
900 feet back in the other direction.
That's another good
Alright.
troll.
I think we can definitely check and see if we're going in the right direction. So I squat myself down and make a little symbol of 3 lightning bolts in a roughly drawn crowd. Is it like hard ground or is it sand?
Oh, it's sandy. Like, it's sand over hard ground. So sand over rock.
Okay, so yeah, I'm setting up a little incense, just 1 candle, light it on the lightning bolts and the thing, and then go ahead and cast ritual cast divination and ask Belker, what direction do we head to find the sword in Avernus?
Ooh, that's a different question than... Okay, cool. So you ask, what direction do we go to find the sword in Avernus? That is an interesting question.
That one, so I can find out later.
Sorry, give me just a second, because that's a... I'm not even 100% sure. Can you post this spell in chat?
Oh yes.
I
just
know
wanna
it might not
see.
be valid.
Yeah, I need to know specifics on this.
Okay.
Truthful reply.
Maybe you can ask if we will find the sword in the direction we're heading in the next 7 days or something.
Direction do we go? Okay. No, I think that this is...
Does it work?
Huh?
I said, does the question work?
Oh yeah, we need a... I guess we do need a... Is there a failure chance on this?
No, the first one, no.
Not on the
Yeah, it
first
does.
one,
First of the
not
day.
It's a long
So,
rest.
I mean,
Yeah.
the spell's gonna be cast. By the way, you're making sure to mark off your 25 gold per cast, right?
Pretty much. I would be. Oh yeah, I actually have platinum left over. Yeah, this is fine. Okay.
Yeah, because it's incense and a
25.
sacrificial offering of appropriate to your religion. So I don't know if you bought a lot of these, but just keep that in mind. You might not have bought a lot of that, but because I don't think you have it on your character sheet at all, to be quite honest. But it's fine. I'm willing to give you a little bit of slack on this.
Well, what is an appropriate? It isn't incense worth 25 gold. It's
No,
incense.
it's incense and
Right.
another thing.
So what is the thing, though? I'm curious.
Yeah, Maurice can pick that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Something tempesty, right?
Yeah, there's lots of tempesty things.
Would be neat.
I will get to you in a moment on that one. But today I'm going to sacrifice my fishing gear. Because we're definitely not
You
gonna
start
fish.
sacrificing all of your gear piece by piece. It'd be fantastic.
So my fishing tackle has been sacrificed.
Is that like a beloved tackle passed down from mom and pa, or just tackle?
Yeah, his religion is freedom in the seas and the oceans and yada yada, storm, tempest. There's a whole thing. I'm not exactly sure how that disappears. I assume it's just like consumed somehow with like fire, I guess?
Oh no, when you cast a spell, a lightning bolt appears from the sky and destroys it.
Oh, even better. Cool.
Yeah, it's disintegrated.
Hopefully like a really tiny, like right above my head lightning bolt, not straight up from the fucking sky. Because then I will not cast divination, as that would give our fucking position away.
I mean, it's just for cinematics. It's probably fine. There's probably not something that noticed.
I hate the probablys, man.
Yeah. Alright, here's what you get in response.
I got 10 of those. Expression symbol. I could get rid of those too. Okay. Alright.
That's the best I could do for haiku in short notice.
Too many things.
Alright, is anybody doing anything else?
Okay.
If I need to do it again, I'll keep doing the same camouflaging thing.
No, yeah, I'll just assume that's... If you keep finding these good quality craters...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just wanted to try the locate object thing.
Okay, Maurice, are you going to share any of that knowledge? I love messaging this because some of these things... like, I might just be trolling you guys, but maybe Maurice holds back secret info from you guys. I don't know. Doesn't necessarily share everything. That might just be me lying as a DM to troll you guys, but I'm just throwing it out there. I love Facebook messages.
Seems that we're heading in the right direction. North. Towards the mountains. There was something mentioned about Knucklebone?
About what?
Knucklebone.
Hands, says Lulu. Like, it's a mountain shaped like a fist, so I guess knuckle bones make sense.
Alright,
Do you
so we're
remember the
looking
mountain?
for a Hansi mountain range.
That's weird, but yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Anything
Alright,
else
so
before you
time
guys
then?
retire?
Yeah.
I mean, do we see any mountain ranges ahead?
Nope. Lulu flies up, gives it a look. Doesn't see anything of interest in the distance.
It's gonna be a long trek, boys.
Could be made shorter if we had mounts.
If what?
If we had mounts.
Well, we can. I mean, I'm all for summoning mine, but the problem is, if Phantom Seed only stays up for an hour,
Yeah.
that's not really gonna help us.
Yeah, mounts don't really help too much if they are not... We had this talk during our road to Baldur's Gate. In regards to the magical mounts would help, not necessarily yours, Edmund, but Phantom Steed could be pushed. But I think your steed is actually a creature just from another plane. So you might run into struggles of it. It's not immune to exhaustion or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's effectively not traveling really faster at all. All right. Are you guys retiring for the evening?
I'm good with that.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Do we need to, you know what? Yeah, it's fine.
First watch. Second watch, third watch, fourth watch. All uneventful. You wake up the next day.
Lucky.
Do you continue your journey on your projected path?
Yeah. I have no.
Okay.
Unless we're worried about not seeing the mountain range, but I mean, it's. Valkor seemed to think we're going in the right direction, right?
That's what he said. Keep heading north.
Well, we don't know if we're going north necessarily, right?
That's true, but we were heading in this direction, and it said the correct direction, right? Even without the context of north, it said.
Well, we're on the land, but is there any way I can sort of... I don't know if that would work, really. Using sailor background to sort of try and find due north, make sure we're heading that direction. I mean, I trust Elder.
So you don't have anything like a
There's
point of reference. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is... you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. You guys have secret clues. But that's...
I
I'm
mean-
not supposed to reveal secret clues.
Anything that I can think of would be for our plane. I don't know how things work in Avernus, so.
How
check
far
that.
away are we from the river?
That's a great question. Lulu is still able to kind of go up and see the river. And she would guesstimate that you're probably about like 2 miles to the left of it. So she would say west because that's kind of cardinal directions you've been using.
Yeah.
It's kind of far, but she can still see it.
Because I'll remind everyone, we definitely were told somehow about we're looking for somewhat of a sharp bend. But of course, this, I could also say that's a sharp bend. So just something, again, just remember, guys, there was supposedly a pretty hefty bend in the river. Oop, and I've lost my page.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect at some point, if we keep going, quote unquote, north, it would be in front of us if we kind of pass this place. Right. Well, if we keep going this way, then
Yeah,
we would cross it or come across it.
yeah.
If we are going in the right direction, but I mean, I'm not a cartographer. I mean, again, periodically I would be looking to see if I see anything else that kind of matches the map.
All right. Give me a survival check.
Cool starlight pit up here.
So you could roll with guidance if you'd like. Presuming you would do that, definitely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Wait. There it goes.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So, everything to the west seems the same. Everything to the north and south seems the same. But far in the distance, so the sky's not cloudy. You still see El Terrell to yourself, even this far away. It's very big and it's very in the sky. And the companion actually gives off a different kind of light, which makes it visible. But the most notable thing that you recognize as a landmark is still this kind of volcano situation.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely feel as though, you're kind of to the direct west of it. You think you're probably somewhere around here, if you had to guess.
Right.
Okay.
No lightning storms ahead of us.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Continuing on.
Continuing on.
The day is remarkably similar to the prior in regards to fiends. Marching order, please.
All being put.
Also, to be that person, that would have been our second day of rations as well.
Oh, thank you. Oh, by the way, when you eat your rations, they taste disgusting.
I think when they started tasting disgusting, we'll probably ask Derek for his presentation, right?
Make it taste a little less disgusting.
Yeah.
I think that's what we had discussed before.
Yeah, you were warned about this by Silvira, and I think this plan had come up. Prestidigitation does actually help. And the food seems to be filling you, and you're not getting sick or anything like that. It still seems to be maintaining its nutritional value. So, you're good. I have to look up something really quick. So, it is around this time that you're kind of running low on water in your water flasks. You actually need to drink a lot more, but I'm assuming you're kind of rationing it a little bit.
Yeah.
But PCs need to drink a lot of water. Especially when you're traveling, you're kind of constantly going. So you're kind of running low on water in your water flasks.
Does everybody have a water flask?
I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
I do.
Water skin.
Yeah, well, okay, skip or flask, either one. Okay. I'll worry about that tomorrow. Just remind me when we wake up.
Can I get that marching order? And I also need 2d4 from Eldrin. Okay.
I guess I'll be...
Yeah, the Eldrin out front, are we doing single file or 2x2?
That is a great question.
We can do 2x2. That seems safer. I'll stand beside Derek.
Okay, then I'll stand beside Eldrin.
Okay.
That makes sense too, because we have a perception in the back and the scout in the front too. So.
The two in the front.
Each other, right?
The two in the front. I need a dexterity saving throw from the both of you.
No rip. Well, everyone should have my thing, so Eldrin, you'll have my buff.
All right. Suddenly, literally seemingly out of nowhere, a ball of fire explodes in front of you.
Ooh.
Edmund, you will take 8 fire damage, and that is factoring your fire resistance.
Right.
Eldrin, for saving, you take 8 fire damage.
I'll absorb that.
Okay. So 4 fire damage. Literally just a ball of fire appeared from nowhere. What do you do?
Yeah.
Start looking
Is
around.
that normal?
Look around.
Yeah,
Give me a
there's no,
perception check.
weapons around. Perception.
I'm assuming that
Kind of all-
the mill didn't see it. That we don't see it, but
Looking around, you don't see anything. You have seen char marks across the barrens at various places in intervals. Just might be a feature of the plane.
Really possible. That would be our luck.
I asked
Yeah.
Lulu. If that's normal.
I don't know. I certainly don't think balls of fire appearing in the middle of nowhere are normal. But it might just be this
normal for
place.
Avernus, not normal.
I don't know. I don't like this place. I don't
there's
know a lot
craters
about it.
and all stuff around. So proceed with caution, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how you avoid something like that. Wait, I got an idea. Lulu's gonna kind of fly in the middle of the party.
Oh, cute.
maybe I could protect you like this.
Thank you, Lulu.
Yeah.
If it's a spell.
Yep.
I mean, I would assume that she was close to us anyways, right?
Yeah, she's kind of flying above to kind of keep watch, make sure nothing kind of sneaks up on you guys.
Hard to say if we were actually in range when it happened. So at least this time we'll know we are. So if it goes off again, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It definitely had a familiarity of the fireball spell, as cast by certain party members.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll just blow up Lulu in one hit and she'll die and it'll be great. All right, you continue on your journey, and the rest of the day is uneventful. Does anyone want to do anything before this night's rest?
So
I
at
would-
this point, we are running pretty low on water, right?
Yes, you're out.
Well, Antonella
Uh-huh.
said to let her know when she wakes up.
Okay, this is me trying to remind everybody.
Okay.
Okay, so she
Um,
prepares for the watering tomorrow.
I mean, same thing. I would have Lulu look around
Yeah.
and then look for another one of those craters.
All right, so give me a survival check. Lulu's gonna fly up.
Probably with guidance as well.
Yeah. You're gonna get it with a 18. The DC is not high at all for you to find a good place. There's craters very frequently, so you already made it. Lulu will fly up. Says it's very similar to yesterday, where she doesn't see anything to the north. She still sees the river to the west. But you feel like you've made more northern progress. Obviously, the volcano is moving in the background. Eldrel is becoming very distant at this point, like a speck in the sky. So you're making progress somewhere, and the river is still to your right. You would estimate, based on the map, that you might be like here, perhaps. Like it's weird. Again, the scaling does not seem to be completely accurate.
I guess I would also ask Edmund to cast his locate
yeah.
object.
Yeah, I already threw it in the chat.
Yeah.
Yep, not located.
Right. Not around here. We still got at least another 1,000 feet to go.
All right. Anything else before you turn in?
Oh god, there's gotta be more stuff. Oh, let's check out that sword that we got from Older.
Oh yeah, you stole a sword. Over a short rest, you would determine it is a +1 longsword.
Nice.
I will mark that in mine. Oh, that reminds me. I gave you that list.
There's nothing that's super super to be tossed in there. Like I was making sure we didn't have like the statue or.
I mean, we've got all the lead Tiamat cultist stuff, but I'm sure that doesn't weigh a ton. That stuff.
Yeah, it's probably super super light, and also disguises are useful. But yeah, I can't think of anything super destroyable that we should just like toss. It's really heavy.
Nope.
Especially when I get rid of the helm.
Nope.
That would be very interesting.
Actually, maybe? No, that might be too risky.
Yeah.
I like risky. All right. Are you done for the eve? First watch. Second watch, third watch, fourth watch, nothing. You're all good.
Okay, so as we wake up and get
You're
our
thirsty.
pack ready to go,
You're
looking
thirsty.
I finish off like the flask of water, that my last little tiny drop of it. I take the last little drop and I tell everybody to bring their flask together, and I do the ritual. Well, it's a spell, so I basically take the drop on my finger, put my finger in the flask, and then start pouring. And use create water to pour water into each one of the flasks. I can create up to 10 gallons, so Our flask should be back up to full.
Yeah.
Flask, water skins, whatever.
I'm
And we
gonna
put
give you
some
guys
water.
honkin' water flasks. I'm gonna assume that these can hold 2 gallons of water. They're big ol' honkin' ones, just to make your lives easier and to make it less bookkeepy.
Could we
Because
put
it's probably not
some of
gonna
that
be
water in the bag of holding?
Yeah.
How does that work? Like it doesn't wet
It's
anything
gonna be
else?
sitting in the bag with your stuff.
I mean, it's
Stagnant water.
It's up to
Could
you
you-
guys. You could have soaked stuff.
Well, that's what I was saying. I don't know.
What is
I don't know.
Jamaica.
I was gonna say I don't know how bag of holding works. Does everything actually get lumped in together?
Yeah.
Like if I had
It
100
shares its
swords-
same extra dimensional space.
Okay, so if I had like 100 swords in a bag of holding and I threw a person in there, they'd get all sliced up.
Yeah, that'd be a bad day.
That makes sense actually. 'Cause
Do that.
They tell you the internal dimensions of the bag, right?
I think
Isn't
so.
it like 2x4 or something normally? I don't remember.
Let's still
It has
roll.
dimensions though. It shares the same little
Yeah,
cutaway of
it has a
space.
pocket dimension.
Yeah.
I guess if we find more water bags,
You didn't get my 2.
if we find more
I
water
did.
bags in the future, we can fill them up and put them in there.
Yeah. But I'm gonna give you all 2-gallon big honkin' water flasks, so each water flask will last you 2 days. So you don't have to keep remembering to keep casting this spell and it'll get ridiculous. But food and water will effectively be trivialized as long as people are burning spells or eating food.
Do you,
Speaking
Miller?
of
Do you have create?
ration. Do I have what now?
Do you have the ability to create food if we run out of rations?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
Mark
The
off a
day
ration.
starts.
All right.
I need a survival check. Or I'm sorry, I don't need a survival check. I need a 2d4 roll from Eldrin.
Actually, all my ration.
Okay.
I hate you.
Alright. The day goes through. More of the same. However, midday, to the far, far distant northwest, you see clouds in the sky. Which makes you think that you might be, if the map is accurate, heading in the right direction.
Do I feel a storm coming?
There seems to already be a storm there. It doesn't seem to be approaching you, but give me a survival check on Tamila.
Fine. Okay, fine. Oh, there it is. Roll it.
So, watching it for a little bit, it's actually interesting. It seems to be in place and not moving. The kind of system that you see in the distance far to the northwest. Immobile. Normally you would expect some movement from the clouds, from the wind, shifting weather patterns, etc., etc. It's not unmoving. You see the occasional flash of lightning in the distance.
I stare longingly into the distance.
Just keeps happening, regular intervals. Different places, much like normal lightning.
But the cloud is not moving. Seems unnatural, I imagine. Much
Mhm.
like everything else here.
Lulu would also say that she sees a mountain range in the distance to the northeast from where you are. She thinks that by midday tomorrow you'd probably be able to make it.
Nice. Good looking out, Lulu.
She thinks that that's probably what you're looking for. She says there's kind of like 5 staged mountains. She says it kind of looks like a hand, maybe? It seems familiar to me. I
Does
think
it
this
look
is the
like
place.
a fist?
Kinda, but it's not like the whole fist. It's like,
Just a knuckle.
The knuckles?
yeah, like just imagine the hands, like the knuckle parts of the hand. Like maybe the rest of the hand is buried or something like that. And she elephant shrugs and says, "I guess we'll see tomorrow."
I guess we will.
Okay. Are you guys doing anything before you turn in for the night?
Even though Lulu seems to think we are more than 1,000 feet away, I will still cast my locate object.
Yeah.
The sword was in those mountain in that mountain range.
No, so Lulu thinks that
We're trying to get to the Kenku.
yeah, Lulu
Right.
thinks that there are people there that might know more about the situation because she remembers them.
But it doesn't hurt me to cast
But I
it.
thought she said they were over here.
Give me a survival
Somewhere
check.
here.
You're not in the woods. She thinks it's where the green dot is where you need to be.
Oh, right, somewhere over there. But the okay.
The sword
we're
is
still-
not
Maybe
in
it's
the same
not
place.
this mountains.
No. I was pinging those because I thought they kind of looked like knuckles. It was nothing in reference to.
I saw
what
somebody pointing over there. I'm like, I don't think that's.
Oh no, that was just me random pinging. 'Cause
okay.
I thought they looked like
It
knuckles.
looks like some very deadly, scary place in the distance. The Tower of Saruman, perhaps.
You wanted a survival check?
Wait.
Yes.
Oh.
16 survival. You already made it. 20 survival.
22.
Yeah, based on the distance of the river as described to you by Lulu, the bearing of where the volcano is still visible, you think that you're probably in the location of the clouds to the northwest. You think you're probably like right near where you're supposed to be, at least according to the map. You think that you've gone the right direction.
This place that we're going is awfully close to this guy. And I hope whoever created this map just drew that on there for some, fun little flavor.
Like when
And
they draw
I know.
sea monsters in the
Yeah.
ocean.
This
It's not
has
just
been-
actually a permanent demon just waiting.
Yeah, just-
What does that look like to you, out of
I don't know
curiosity,
what
Kenny?
that looks like.
If you zoom in really
What?
closely, I'm just really curious what you think that looks like, Kenny.
What, that thing? Oh,
a demon of some kind.
This? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like a trident and.
Yeah. And
Interesting.
a little army behind him.
Okay, cool.
Maybe not a trident. Maybe.
I feel like you want something more from me, but I don't.
No,
know.
I don't. I was just genuinely curious.
Actually, almost looks like it's wearing a little top hat.
Almost.
Hello,
yeah.
my baby. Hello, my honey.
Yeah.
Hello, my ragtime gal.
I think that's the art behind him.
I think
But yeah, it
I
does.
know what that demon is.
All right.
Like, no, but like.
Do we know anything about
Context,
this people?
What people?
I guess we know about the bird people we're gonna go.
Can
Bird people.
we
Like, do they
probably been
live-
checked before.
Do they live on the ground? Or they what's their deal?
Bird people don't commonly live underground.
I would imagine so, but I don't know. There's Avernus.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, Lulu doesn't know
Air
specifics.
doesn't usually explode.
Say underground or on the ground, Eldrin?
Well, I'm asking what we know about them.
These bird people in particular, nothing.
Well, no, like that. race
Kenku in general, you've encountered two of them.
Right.
Yeah.
You know that they seem to mimic the phrases of things that they've heard from other people,
Mhm.
rather than having a voice of their own, and they kind of string these phrases along to make sentences, and it can be a little bit disconcerting because they're commonly speaking in different dialects very quickly to form sentences.
Here.
I
But
guess like
other
more,
than that, oh, go ahead.
more about like their society or anything like that.
Give me a. I guess it would be a nature check. You don't. But actually, to save you some time, though.
Yeah.
Like, instead of needing to make this, like, you don't think that this is like a Kenku society. You know that Kenku are not native to Avernus as well.
Yeah, I know that. I guess like I would be interested to know like they're they follow order and rank and they have a set leader usually in their societies and
Got it. Okay.
things like
Yeah.
that.
That definitely give me a nature check. From what you know from rumors, is that you think that Kenku are commonly seen as kind of like bandits. You don't know if the rumors are true, but you think that they're kind of like road bandits sort of thing. They kind of wander around.
More nomadic.
Yeah, so you're not 100% sure. You don't see them very often. You've seen more Kenkus in the past week than you probably have in your life.
Yeah, it just seems like all the information we know about them is in the context of human society and not in of their society. But
Yep.
if they don't really have one because they're
Yeah, they're very. From your understanding, you've only heard of them in the context as being like bandits on the road and stuff like that. You don't think they have like actual civilizations like elven kingdoms or dwarven kingdoms, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
They seem to be kind of more solitary, maybe moving around.
Okay.
All right. Anything else before the night comes upon you?
Let's do a little bit of wrapping up of certain things. Okay, so while we're setting up for camp and everybody's doing their own thing, I wander over to Edmund and how are you doing?
All right. As good as I can be, I guess.
Didn't
You?
expect like that.
What?
We didn't expect a loser like that.
No. Didn't expect to lose her at all.
Have you sat down and sort of talked to your what do oh my god, I'm actually forgetting the name of your race at the moment. But your
Asimov.
Deva Asimov. Deva, don't you your what's her name? Galadriel or something?
Gabrielle.
Have you talked to her recently?
I've never talked to her. She
Have you
talks
tried?
at me.
Have you tried to talk to her?
Once in the past, when it first started happening. Not since.
Well, try it now. It's not like we're doing too much other than just walking along in an extraordinarily dangerous place. And
No,
don't
it's
lose faith. Having a little trouble keeping it myself, but don't lose faith.
yeah. So Edmund will. He's probably already sitting down. I was gonna say sit down, but and kind of go into kind of like prayer mode like he normally would for Helm, but instead he will try to reach out and call to Gabrielle, see if there's any answer.
So you don't get a response, but you know that it usually, when you get stuff like this, it happens in your dreams.
Right.
Like when you're actually asleep. That's how it's kind of worked for you in the past. So it's not particularly surprising. But who knows? Maybe your attempt to reach out will have an effect in the evening.
Yeah, that's true. After a few moments, I open my eyes and tell her no, that I didn't get a response. But again, she's in the past just only ever communicated to me while I'm asleep through dreams and visions and puzzle pieces. It's never clear cut, you know.
So have you ever just tried talking to them? Her? Guess it's a her. Tried talking to her now?
Yeah, I just did. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, but yeah. Try and, I don't know. I feel like you might want to make I don't know, a rapport. Actually, try and reach out to them. I mean, clearly they've been trying to reach out to you.
Yeah. I mean, until we got to Candlekeep, I didn't even know Gabrielle was a person. I didn't know if it was just an extension of Helm or if it was me being crazy or or what. So yeah. But we'll see. Maybe you're right. Maybe she hears, but she can't respond in typical ways. Maybe it's some kind of limitation. I mean, we can't just exactly talk to people in Avernus, right? I mean, you have sending, but I don't know. I don't know how a lot of that stuff works.
I might be cheating a little bit, but I mean, at this point, I mean, for me, all I have is, well, you guys, I guess, and Valkyr, and maybe my uncle. I haven't talked to him in a while, but Valkyr's never left me. I talk to him here and there. I ask him things. He responds in some silly haiku. I don't know why he likes haikus. It's very strange.
Yeah,
But yeah, just.
the gods are funny like that.
But I mean, we're in hell, so reach out for anything that's not infernal. I think is probably a good thing to do.
No, yeah, that's fair.
Do you want to say a prayer for her? We never really sat and. I mean, we didn't really have time.
Yeah, I'm worried that it doesn't matter here.
We should still try.
I'll think about it.
Okay. Well, if you do, and you want help with it, let me know. And then on to middle goes off in camp. And also feeds Slobber Chops a ration.
Slobber Chops has been sneaking rations. You would find your rations like partially nibbled, actually.
It's like a tenth of each ration.
Slobber Chops is not going to be the one to die from hunger, folks. Just warning you right now.
Eat your bones clean.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, boys. Slobber Chops is the survivor of this story, unless you kill Slobber Chops right now, I suppose.
No.
All right, we're approaching break, but we're not going to go on break yet. I just want to make sure, is there anything else that anyone wants to do before camp tonight? The DM says with an insidious smile on his face.
Anybody else?
Other than the usual stuff?
Spells before bed.
Yeah, cast all your spells, take your normal steps.
I'm going to actually do ascending on what was that priest? No, Rhea. No, her more than the priestess. And God, I have to do another ascending setup.
Yeah, this is a good one. I like this one.
Sweet Jesus! All right, first let me go ahead and do this because I mean it might not even fucking matter.
Now this is one that Nantamila could keep from us.
Elion says to try to prevent Edmund from freaking out.
Okay.
Look at this passive aggressive metagaming, boys. I like it.
Oh.
I'm just.
Clever strategy, Elion. I see you. I see you.
I'll take inspiration for that.
Scumbag. I love it. I love it. Can't even hate. That's amazing. I'm counting things on my fingers too. If you can't see my fingers, they're like hidden. I'm preemptively writing a reply based on what I think you're sending or asking. I hope I'm close.
You have to count words and syllables.
That's the thing that sucks because on my brain is still set to haiku from Valcor. And
that's right,
so I keep trying to count words as syllables and it's making me die on the inside. It's horrible. Ah, I got exactly 25. What did you write? Oh, did you write it?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm so happy you asked that question. Here's the response you get.
You know what? Let's just...
That's what you get.
How much food does a
Okay.
person give out if they
What?
would start to cannibalize each other?
Oh god, we're not. I'm not answering that question.
I know what's going on.
I was like, how much does that person give
If you
out?
preserved a lot of it with salt, though, probably a pretty good amount, right? Like,
But they probably don't have to preserve. There's a lot of them.
yeah, true, actually. You know, like, if you consider that the average person has a lean mass... We're not going into this. We're not going to talk about bone weight and lean mass of edible flesh on stream. This is for a video game, people. Alright, so before break, I'd like for everyone to deafen themselves in Discord, except for Maurice. And when I put my hands up like this, like,
I
so
can't
watch
see.
the camera.
Oh, there you go.
When I put my hands up and do this, you can undeafen. But I'd like for everyone to deafen and give me a thumbs up when you cannot hear anything.
Alright, one second.
Deafen. Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna do this.
That works. Alright, Elion, are you good?
Nope, actually.
No, I'm not good.
You can take off your headset alternatively.
It's open. Okay, I'll do.
Alright, awesome, guys. Maurice, can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. Maurice, I need you... You're on the first watch, correct?
Yes.
I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw. You notice something very interesting happen suddenly, and I'll describe what you see.
Would you like it openly, or would you like me to?
Oh no, you can roll it openly. I'm fine with that.
Okay. God, a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
No.
I will assume you are wearing your armor.
Of course, I'm on watch.
Excellent.
This is gonna be... Oh wow. Okay.
So, something interesting happens. In the air above you, you suddenly notice something. You don't hear anything. You know, you're staying on patrol. You're a very astute person. You're good at paying attention to things. You are capable of noticing the slightest detail with your passive perception. And one thing stands out as interesting to you. You suddenly don't hear anything, which is strange in itself. Above you, you suddenly see a creature with a rope in hand suddenly appear out of nowhere. And this rope flies down towards you, and you dodge out of the way because you notice the lack of sound is very strange and out of place. And you notice a female creature with angel wings above you. And it's not what you think. I'm trolling you. It has a scorpion tail.
I fucking knew it.
All right. Don't say anything else. I'm gonna wave everyone else back in.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So I just wanted to get through that. Kenny, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, folks. And with that, we are going to go ahead and take a break. All right. So, based on how things were cliffhangered before the break, I'm going to ask the party again to just briefly deafen. And I will do the hand wiggly thing, letting you know when we're back. It probably won't take long. We will see. And we're going to do something really quick with Maurice. Alright, so if everyone could go ahead and deafen themselves or take off your headset really quick, I would appreciate it. Give me, yeah, thank you, Kenny. A thumbs up of justice. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Maurice. So, above you in the sky, flying silently, is a winged creature with... It's like angelic wings, kind of. At its side, it has a shield. It is holding what appears to be like a blue translucent rope. It seems to be some sort of magical rope. And it's looking at you frustrated. It seems that you were able to kind of notice the fact that there wasn't any sound and dodged out of the way out of the attempt to grapple you. And now I'd like for you to go ahead and roll for initiative for me to determine who goes next.
Will be so interesting, I'm sure. Okay. Let me do the double initiative thing. Oh, wait. Can I do that without?
Yeah, hold on, let me move you to a map. Everyone's gonna be looking at the map now, though, but that's okay.
Just realized like I need to select myself. So, all right. And now they get to see it too.
That's fine.
Uh,
Alright, give me that good roll.
Or hopefully 2 of them. Oh, good lord. All right, 1. And let's hope the Nance initiative is that's a little better, but that's not gonna save me.
Alright. So, the creature tries again. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
It's just so hell bent.
Yikes.
You know what's gonna happen now that I said that, right?
Lightning bolts are gonna kill you?
What?
Okay. So, you dodge out of the way again, seeing this creature clearly, and frustrated, it moves in closer to you. It is now 10 feet above you. What do you want to do on Tamila?
Interesting. So everything around me is still deafened, yeah?
Yeah, you can't hear anything.
Weird. Okay. Well, she's 10 feet above me, so let us go ahead and. Well, I don't think I have a single target. We're gonna have to use the super duper. Where is the fucking alerts level 1? I'm going to, I guess, Thunderwave. Why not? Let's cast Thunderwave at her.
You begin the process of casting your spell. And nothing happens. You can't hear your own voice.
Interesting. Ah, got it. Okay.
What would you like to do?
All right, so I am going to. She's 10 feet away. Oh, you know what? That'll be fine. I'm going to run. No, not run. Move 30 feet. Really? He's really that close? And can I free interaction and sort of kick him in the side?
Yeah, absolutely. The creature, though, as you move away from it, lashes out at you with its stinger, which has a really long range.
God, no, not the stinger.
Oops, why didn't it do an attack roll? Sorry, give me a second. Which will hit you. What's your AC? Actually, I just want to make sure.
20.
Yeah, it will hit you.
Alright, so how much am I taking?
You will take...
Can I... Oh, it actually might...
8 piercing damage. And I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
That was... Oof. Hold that thought for a second. Damn it! Yeah, how much damage?
8 piercing, and you take... 13 poison damage.
And I am...
Poisoned until the end of your next turn.
Dope. Put that on me. I'll go ahead and do that. That's skull, right? Or...
There's one that looks like obvious poison.
Is it this one? Or...
Hold on. It's like a skull and crossbones.
Oh, that's one. Okay. Get it. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and kick, there we go.
Yeah. Alright, let me bring everyone back in. You guys here?
I'm back.
Alright, cool.
I think.
Kenny? Okay, cool. Alright, so Alex and Kenny, you're not aware of this, but Eldrin, you were suddenly kicked awake in the middle of the night.
Okay.
You see Antamila at the foot of your bedroll. You can't hear anything. It's very awkwardly quiet.
Okay.
But Antamila looks panicked. I'd like for you to go ahead and roll initiative. Okay.
You me both. You me both.
Now with light armor, you could sleep in light armor without problems, right?
Yeah, I would be sleeping in my lab for sure.
Okay, cool. Oh, can you go ahead and add yourself to the initiative? It doesn't look like it did it for you.
Let me try again.
There you go, and just put in the 14.18. Alright, Edmund and Derek, you're sleeping, but Eldrin, upon waking, you're lying down on the ground right now. But in the sky, you see a strange feathered creature. Looks almost angelic, if not for the giant scorpion-like tail protruding from the backside of the creature.
And Antamila presumably was the one that kicked me.
Yes. Like, just kicked you at the base of your sleeping bag.
Okay.
But it is now the creature's turn. We will act in regards to what you want to do when we get to your turn. The creature, again, tries to rope you, Antamila. Antamila, give me a dexterity saving throw. Eldrin, you would see this magic appearing blue, like translucent rope flying towards Antamila from the sky. Antamila dodges out of the way again. The creature will move here towards the ground. Eldrin, for the purposes of you, this creature seems to be wearing some sort of plate armor. It has a shield, is holding a rope, and has a stinger. On its back, actually, I didn't mention this, it has a longbow, and on its side, it has a sheathed longsword. Okay. Eldrin, you see some angelic creature with a scorpion tail fly on the ground next to you. What do you do?
Let me see. Do I have the ball thingy or not? No, I didn't get that back. Okay. And you said it was like quiet.
Yeah, you can't hear anything. You can't
Alright,
even hear yourself breathe.
I guess I'll stand up.
Okay.
Which takes half my movement.
Yep.
I will use the rest of my movement to do this and try to kick Derek along the way.
Where are you moving? I don't see you.
Free interaction, kick Derek.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
And pull out the scimitar and start attacking.
Alright, Derek, go ahead and roll an initiative.
Oh, yes, cool. Oh, this changes something. I hate to mention it.
What happened?
I failed that last save.
Yeah.
I'm poisoned.
Oh,
Yes.
because he had disadvantage.
Wait, what does that change, though?
He fails at dexterity saving.
The rope save.
Oh, that does change a lot. Did you roll your
What?
dex save again? Oh, it's there. Yeah,
yeah, and
you
I'm like,
definitely
I'm
fail.
poisoned, I
You
failed.
are grappled. Thank
Why
you
do
for
you have
bringing that up.
disadvantage?
What?
Why does he have disadvantage?
He has the
Poison.
poison status effect.
Oh, got it. Never mind. Sorry, something I don't.
You are not grappled, actually. You are restrained.
Yeah.
Alright, give me them rolls. Oh, that might change what you do, Eldrin.
Yeah, let me think now.
Alright, hold on. So Derek is still sleeping then. But we'll keep his initiative roll if he gets woken up, because it's a really nice one.
Alright, let me. No, let me do it this way then. Let me do it this way. Kick Derek along the way. Still.
Okay.
Bonus action, disengage.
Okay.
And then use my bow instead.
Okay.
Alright. I won't be using sharpshooter for this one. I will Three
hits,
attacks.
crits, miss on the third.
Okay.
You hit for
And then
28.
the sneak attack. Likely on the first one.
Yep. Okay. So 34.
And then actually 2 dread ambushers because it was on the second one.
Wait, what? Tried 2 dread ambushers? Oh, because of crit.
crit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I could choose, I would sneak attack on the second one, but I don't think I would have.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Got it. Anything else?
Go with this for restrained.
No, I don't think so. So that's fine.
Okay, so on Tamila, restrained is a restrained creature's speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. Yeah. Pretty much just you're stuck there, grabbed by the rope.
Bad news bears. Yeah.
So that was 43 damage for me, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it. That's all I can do.
On Tamila, your turn.
Okay. So. is
You
there
were still
supposed-
poisoned until the end of this turn.
Right. Can I? It's gonna be a disadvantage, but it's probably better to. Let me just stab the woman, or at least try to. Alright.
I think obviously I would have tried to say something, but it was silent, right?
Yeah. You still can't hear any noise.
Yep.
And just making sure I can't. I mean, it's an action to try and actually break a restraint, right?
To normally do so, yes, it is a strength or dexterity check.
Cool. I'll remember that. But yeah, I try and attack her, and I assume I miss.
You definitely miss.
All right. That is all I can do. Yes.
Okay. Derek, you were jostled awake. And so you're lying down on the ground right now. And next to you, you see a very interesting sight. You see a feathered, angel-like creature with a scorpion tail with a rope tied around Aunt Tamila.
Okay.
And you see Eldrin firing a bow at it.
Okay. Is this happening in our first or second half of the night?
This is the first watch.
First watch. Okay. So then, just to make sure, the reason I'm asking this is I have 16 hours on mage armor. So assuming, I think I mathed, if we, let's say, wake up at 6, that 6 to 6 is 12 hours. If it's like within 10 o'clock...
Yeah, I'll
Ish.
say you still have your mage armor on. Let's just say that.
Makes sense.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm going to then, I guess, try to start wiggling out of my bedroll and get up using half my speed.
Yeah.
I will disengage.
Okay.
And then try to run over to the tent. Opening of a tent. 5, 15.
Okay.
So I would try. I don't know how much, if that's free interaction to
Yeah,
like
it is.
stare into it and
Just
start
a
at
quick-
least shaking open, shaking one of them, screaming at them first.
Hold on, let me see if this... It's interesting because you don't hear your own voice when you scream.
Oh damn!
But you are able to kind of kick Edmund, and Edmund, give me a roll into initiative as you are jostled awake in the middle of your sleep.
I think that's all I can do, so that will be my turn.
Okay, Edmund roll. Oh, you're already in the right place, I think. Perfect. All right. The creature has a look of concern on its face, and it will turn invisible.
No.
Suddenly, you see Antamila being hoisted into the air. Give me just a second.
It's going to be the most epic mime off we've ever had, boys.
You see Antamila being carried through the air. Eldrin. She's 30 feet in the air right now.
Okay.
And it seems to be moving west. And you know that it's probably, based on simple physics, directly above Antamila. At least by a little bit. Based on the length of the rope,
Okay.
you could guesstimate which square she's in, even though you can't hear her or see her.
Do I hear things now, or?
Yeah, actually, around you, suddenly... Sorry. You can definitely hear things. Derek still can't. Your turn, Eldrin.
Okay, I will.
Antamila's actually...
Let me make
I'm
sure
sorry.
I-
I
ahead.
I gave the wrong height, actually. Antamila is 20 feet off the ground.
I can't see the creature. Okay, so I can't guess. All right, making sure. I will attempt to attack the creature that I think is there.
Yeah,
Or with a miss,
it's a miss.
and I attempt to do it again.
Alright. A miss.
Then I will draw closer this way. And take a bonus action dash here.
Okay. Antamila, you're hanging 20 feet above the ground. You can't see anything above you.
Am I still poisoned?
No, you are not poisoned anymore.
Okay. Let me go
You can't
ahead.
hear anything. You can't see what's carrying you.
I can see the rope though, can't I?
Yeah. It's going straight up. Actually, with
Um,
visibility. Actually, you wouldn't see the rope.
Okay, so first things first. Knowledge religion.
Yeah, you're pretty confident based on the appearance. This is some sort of Avernus. Pretty confident. If we want to go with the Greek pronunciation, we can as well. I'm just gonna stick with Avernus. The angelic features combined with devilish ones lead you to a pretty strong conclusion that's the case. The thing that's interesting about this that's different from other Avernus is it seems to have a scorpion tail of some sort, which is not normal. Thinking about it, while you're floating here in the middle of the air, normally you know that Avernus are created from fallen angels. Generally. Which is different than how most devils kind of work. There's like a promotion scale, and you know, you can kind of move up the ranks. Avernus are a special kind. You would know that Avernus commonly employ poisons on their weapons, so it's likely that this creature's longsword and arrows are coated in poison. You would also know that the creatures have magic resistance, as like most devils do.
Like flat magic resistance or specifics?
Flat magic resistance. They also have damage resistance to cold, any sort of cold damage. And then from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, and non-magical attacks that aren't silvered. It is immune to fire and poison, and being poisoned. You know that, of interest, it could speak telepathically. You don't know of a feature on this creature that would allow it to cause silence. Avernus are not spellcasters, so that stands out as interesting to you. As a cleric, you know what the silence spell is, and it felt like you were probably being subjected to something like that. And that's what you know.
Interesting. Alright, and then I'm still at a disadvantage on ability checks, but I guess I can attempt. It's an opposed strength, yeah?
There is an escape DC for escaping from the rope. It is not an opposed check.
Okay, so I just roll a d20 to try and get out of it, or do I add anything to it?
Yeah, it must be a dexterity saving throw. Oh, I'm sorry. It's strength or dexterity check, your choice. Try to wriggle your way free from the rope.
And I'm restrained. I can't, like, I can move my arms, right? I'm just sort of, like, kind of roisted around, like...
Yeah. Like, you can move your arms a little bit. You're kind of... I'm just going to say for the sake of ease, you're restrained around the waist. And there's some magic compelling, making it so you can't move away.
This is gonna be interesting. Why waste time? Okay, I don't know if it's an action or... I think drinking a potion is an action, so I'm going to drink a potion.
Okay.
The potion of Frost Giant Strength.
Ooh. So you go into... You kind of dig into your bag as you're being carried through the air. And you chug this potion. And you feel way stronger.
Yeah, strength score is set to 23 for an hour. Okay, so what is that going to...
Done?
Since I have to basically break it next turn, yeah, that's my turn.
Edmund,
I'm still silenced, right?
you still cannot hear anything around you.
Cool.
Edmund, you're awakened. It is dead quiet. Can't hear anything, but you see a foot going from under your tent. What do you do?
Ah!
You try to scream, and it doesn't make any noise.
I will assume the worst. And grab my sword and shield and head out of the tent.
Okay.
So that's 20 movement right there. Because 15 to get up,
Okay.
5 to move. It's an action to put on my shield, right?
Yep. To don a shield.
Yeah. I was trying to find an answer to this before it got to my turn, and I haven't been able to. I think I need to just go to armor. I think in that one fight where I was unarmored, I might have been even worse off than I thought.
Are you trying to find out your armor class right now?
Yeah, I was just subtracting the
Your armor
number-
class is 10 plus your dexterity modifier, or minus in your case, and then plus your shield bonus.
Yeah.
Plus the benefit of any magic gear you're wearing.
Right. So, yeah, last time... Oh, no, it was the shield I didn't have. I don't know. Well, the point is, without anything, my armor class is a 9.
Yeah,
So,
that's accurate.
yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, so cloak is 10. Once I put the shield, 13.
Okay.
So still way lower than the 22 that it normally is. Let's do that. Alright, what am I gonna do with my bonus action? If probably nothing. Let's see. Bonus action, bonus action, bonus action. When I get out, I can see what's going on, but all I see is, does the rope, like, disappear?
Yeah, so all of the creature's gear is invisible. So right now you see Antamila flying
I don't
uncontrolled.
even see the...
You just see her flying in the air randomly. You can't hear anything.
Gotcha.
You just see Altamila flying in the air.
You can probably say me.
Yeah, Eldrin's aiming his bow about 10 feet above Antamila.
Right. Okay. Context clues are good. Alright, I guess... Damn it. Action economy, man. So that's 20... Is it... No, that's 25. Oop, 30. So that's my move. The turn. And then...
So just to give you some context, Antamila is directly below this creature. I just can't have them occupying the same square.
Right.
Antamila is actually... Let me make this a little easier. Antamila is actually one and left up. I'm just going to make the creature visible for all intents and purposes. You know what it is.
Yeah.
You'll know where it is as long as it's holding on to that rope.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with it. I was thinking about casting Sanctuary, but I don't even know what the hell's going on. I'm good. That's it.
Okay.
Got my sword and my shield out, ready for whatever the fuck is going on.
Derek, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to run over 30 feet, if I can. I don't know what the terrain's like.
Yeah, it's sloping upwards because you're in the center of a crater, but you're good. You can make it up there.
Okay, I'm going, with a free action, I'm going to start, like, yelling to see if I can.
Yeah,
Do I hear myself?
you do.
Oh, I'm very excited, because this requires a verbal component.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
20-foot cube, effectively right above Anthamila.
Okay.
Says any object, so I think the rope may be illuminated in a violet, and then
Yeah.
it'll have to do a dex save.
All right. So let me see. I'm just gonna make their dex save the same because that object is being held.
Okay.
What's the DC?
Oh, that's a great question. It is a 15.
Okay. Makes it.
Damn. Okay. Well, that's all I can do.
Alright. Antamila starts to get dragged along the ground a little bit and it starts heading in Eldrin's direction. And then the rope suddenly goes slack. And Antamila is kind of dropped here. And you could all see it looks like a blue magic rope on the ground next to a creature. Oh, well, below a creature that is about 5 feet diagonally up from Eldrin. So 10 feet from the ground. And it draws its longsword and starts swinging at you, Eldrin. The first one, it will have advantage because it will have been invisible before attacking you. And the other two will be made regularly.
Okay.
What's your AC?
19.
Alright. Oh, forgot the first one's advantage. Miss. Second one. Miss. Third one. Miss. You see this creature appear in the air in front of you with a long sword and a shield. And it seems to be frantically slashing at you. And it appears to have dropped the rope. What would you like to do, Eldrin?
I will bonus action disengage.
Okay.
Move over here next to my good friend Edmund.
Okay.
And attack the creature.
Oh, by the way, I forgot. 20 foot. It's 1d6 per 10 feet of falling.
Yeah, how much did I take?
Slash roll 2d6. Let me do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Antamila takes 7 damage. As you are suddenly dropped from the air.
Alright. Attacks.
By the way, Donald, on occasion, I check my camera to make sure I'm lined up still. Because I have like a habit of drifting, and it looks like we might all be frozen right now. I don't know if that's just me.
Oh, thanks. I fix. Discord is a weird thing where it freezes if it's not maximized.
No, that
Yeah.
last one.
Let me check this.
You have a bad habit of drifting off to the side, and you end up only seeing like half my face. Or
First one hits.
Yeah, the last one didn't happen. That was misclick.
Oh, and the second one misses.
It was 5 feet diagonally from me, so it's 5 feet diagonally from Antamil as well.
Yes.
Okay, so sneak attack.
Yeah.
18.
All right.
Does it look hurt?
It's kind of hard to say. It's heavy armor. It definitely seems to be. It reacts in pain when your arrows hit it, but it doesn't appear to be like mortally wounded or anything like that. Kind of hard to assess the condition in full plate.
True, that's true. I'll move here and bonus action dodge.
What?
Is that a thing? No, bonus action. Wait, is dash, disengage.
I think you disengaged already, right?
Yeah, you already disengaged, right?
Oh, this turn, yeah, I did. Never mind.
But I don't think dodge is an action anyway, is it?
Yeah, I don't think you could dodge as a
I
rogue.
thought it was 3 things.
I think it's dash, disengage, and hide.
Yeah.
Hi, that's the third one.
The most relevant
there's-
one.
It is. I forgot about it.
Alright, you done?
Yeah, and then.
Antamila, you're still restrained.
Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and try and end that restraint. Gonna go ahead and make a strength athletics, I guess, right?
It says use an action to make a. It says straight strength, but I'm gonna assume athletics. Go ahead and roll athletics. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, so you're able to. It's really tough, actually. You don't break the rope, but you simply shunt it off of you, and it's on the ground now.
Hilarious. Is it still being held?
It's not being held at the moment.
Okay, I'm going. Oh, this might be a
Snatch.
bad idea. I'm gonna grab that stupid rope as a free item interaction, and I'm going. I'm going to move away from the creature.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, and
Well, you were prone, so keep that in mind.
okay, so
Oh yeah.
Half movement. So you can only move 15 feet.
I fell prone. Okay, I thought it just fell, but alright.
Well, yeah, you don't fall. You're not a cat. When you fall, you're definitely prone.
Just say fall prone, in other words, is what I'm saying. Because it's like you felt me. Okay, but fall prone is, yeah. So I can get up and do the whole.
Get up.
Gotta get up. Okay, so if that's the case, I'm going to grab the rope then, and I'm not going to move. There's no point. So I can't get away until I'm doing what I need to do. Action done. Free item action. Yeah, I guess that. Oh! No, that's free item action. Okay, yep, I'm done. I'm good.
Okay. Edmund. You see now the creature that was described. Somewhat angelic in some way. But definitely not. Not like the angels that you've seen.
You're muted.
Classic Kenny.
Oddly, I was trying to ask, am I still silenced?
Yeah.
I was just really in character. Okay then. I will use my action to activate my Radiant Soul.
Okay.
Got my wings, and I will move so that I am 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I've got plenty of movement for it. I want to be... So the creature's currently 5 foot up, in a square 5 foot above diagonal from Anthromilla.
Yeah.
I want to be 5 foot above the creature in a diagonal from it.
Okay.
Pretty much flanking in the air.
Flanking, yeah.
Well, to flank, you'd have to be on the opposite side, which you can do. You'd have to be in this square.
Oh, yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah, if that
you
works.
could absolutely do that.
Yeah, I didn't know that would work, but that's sweet. That is my action to activate that, though, so I can't attack.
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm silenced, the 2 bonus action spells I was considering last turn I couldn't do anyway, because they both have verbal components. The 3 spells I was considering: Bless, Sanctuary, and Shield of Faith, so...
The struggle.
That's my turn for now.
Derek, it is your turn.
Cool. Casting a 3rd level magic missile. So it'll be
Ooh.
5 shots at it.
Okay. Give me them damage rolls.
Oh, there you go.
2. Come on. 3, 4, 5. Whew.
6, 7, 8, 13, 15 damage.
Okay.
Okay. Are you done?
Seeing those hit, I yell out so I can hear myself, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was any change around them, any noticeable change.
No.
Okay. I will move down 15 feet and that'll be my turn.
Now the struggle for me. The creature is bloodied.
If it helps, I spit at it.
You have its rope too. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna say 80% of the time it's a coward. 1 to 80.
Morale rolls.
Yeah, it's gonna act in its nature. The creature suddenly goes invisible. And now you guys know why I was asking things on Facebook. Oops. Wait. Oh, there we go. Wait. Oh, there we go. I thought I said go invisible, you. Just a second. Okay. Eldrin, you've gained your hearing back. What would you like to do?
Can't see the creature. Probably not too far away, but at the same time, I'm not sure.
Bum 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 bum.
I guess I will move back here. Bonus action hide. And ready an attack if I see the creature.
Alright. On to Mila. You could hear things around you suddenly, so you don't think the creature is within close range of you. What would you like to do?
Am I still silenced?
No, that's what I was saying. You can't hear anything within the silence, and suddenly you could hear it. So you don't think the silence spell was cast on you, or something on your possession. Normally, that's not even how silence works. Bum, 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 bum. What would you like to do?
I mean, it's worth a shot. I can only miss. Okay, so free item and interaction, and I need it to actually cast a component of the spell. I open that water flask, and then I splash the water up in the air, and as I do it, I use Create Water, and have the water fall in a rainfall of 30 feet around...
Oh, pardon me, friends.
Bless you.
Let's go here. So that's the center right there.
Okay, yeah. So water starts falling from the sky, and you look up using your keen perception, and you're pretty confident that there's nothing in the air in a 30-foot area that you've cast that spell.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that would require an action. Let me move 20, 25, 30. I'll move over here. In my turn.
Okay, Edmund. The foe that you were about to strike down with righteous fury disappeared before your eyes.
Did I, with my 15 passive perception, did I hear it, like,
You
flutter
heard
away?
nothing, and then you suddenly heard things.
Silence. Fucking... Well, hearing nothing and then suddenly hearing things makes me think that it's going away from me. and I can't see it, so I'm going to use my action to activate Divine Sense.
Yes. How far is the range on Divine Sense?
It is 60 feet. It is not behind total cover.
Yeah. Edmund. To the southeast, 60 feet in the air, here, you see the outline of a creature.
Where, I'm sorry?
Very far bottom part of the map.
Gotcha. Okay. Now that we can actually communicate,
Yeah.
I would shout that to the party.
All right.
Just quickly, just to the southeast, 60 feet in the air.
All right. Derek.
And-
Oh, sorry.
I want to move as well
Okay.
in that direction. I don't have an action, so I can't dash, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I am going in the right direction, right? Southeast?
Yeah,
this
yeah,
way? Okay. I saw somebody doing arrows over here. And
I was
like,
also,
oh,
yeah, I'm glad you were. I was like, oh wait, southeast. Okay.
Yeah, southeast. Okay, yeah, so I moved 30 in that direction.
This thing must be.
Hey,
able to
can
dash?
I'm confused with travel in 3 dimensions again. Can I be moving? Like I'm moving 30 feet in that direction. Can I also be scaling upwards?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought so, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, I want to be trying to reach its height at the same time. Like as I'm moving, I'm flying up and diagonally towards it.
It was 60 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what Edmund shouted. He said, to the southeast, 60 feet in the air. And then he started bolting to it, like flying towards it in like an angled direction upward.
All right, Derek, this is on you. If you don't do something good here, I'm probably just going to call the combat.
Yeah.
Let's see what you can do.
So that I run down 30 feet. I will infuse some meta magic
Oh,
on-
yeah.
on my fairy fire to give it a range of 120.
Yeah. And where are you centering it?
Yeah, see, there's still so much.
Actually, I don't think
opportunity.
it matters. No, 120 feet covers this map, and it's still on the map, so...
Well, yeah, but it only has. It only stretches out 20 feet. 20
Yeah,
foot
it's a
cube.
range of 120 feet.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
no!
Let's see.
Don't choke!
I mean, the odds are stacked against him. To get
Yeah, it
And
does
then
have
even
advantage,
if the next-
yeah.
The dex
I don't,
save.
I don't even know about advantage. It's just like
No, you've
It's
got pretty good directions. Southeast.
yeah.
Southeast from
Save.
Edmund, though. It's all.
Can I
doesn't-
be
Let's say
like
that-
Superman flying with a point, like pointing? In the...
Yeah, Edmund knows exactly where it is, but his instructions were basic. Edmund, you know where it is.
Right, but I can't like.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
can't-
saying you're
Yeah.
flying
Yeah,
towards
I'm saying,
it.
if you'll let me communicate exactly where it is, I'll
No.
I'll do that. But
All right.
I
So
assume-
on the XY plane, I'm going to choose that spot, but 60 feet. 60 feet up.
Okay.
55, just in case. Let's have a 5 foot buffer. That's gonna screw me.
Well,
So again, if anything's there, 15 deck save.
All right.
it's a 20-foot cube, right? So that's
yeah,
20 feet up as well.
right.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what I was saying.
True. Oh, true. So yeah,
Uh,
definitely 60 feet up. Then I'm not gonna waste.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
It's like, oh, it was 5 feet away.
No.
The question is, did you miss or did he just save?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the troll.
Save whatever.
All right, you done, Derek?
I'll get it.
You,
Okay, so-
you definitely don't see any creatures illuminated
Nothing's-
there.
Nothing seems to pop up. All right, yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the music.
I also have fairy fire.
Yeah, but this creature's turn is now, and it's flying
I
120
forgot to
feet
turn
away.
over.
Yeah. You're not gonna be able to catch it.
So it has a normal 120 feet movement?
Well,
No,
it's a dash.
It's dashing. It has a normal 60 feet movement.
Did it dash when it got away from it in the first place? Can it just free action, bonus action go invisible?
It's an action to go invisible, and then it used 60 feet of movement.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only 60 feet away the first time.
Yep. All right, so things have gone quiet. You know, maybe Eldrin fires a couple arrows in the air in the general direction that Edmund was flying. Edmund,
I would have kept flying and like slap like until I couldn't see it anymore.
yeah. Well, your divine sense lasts one turn, and when you pop it again, you don't see the creature.
Right.
Got it.
So you know that it's gotten more than 60 feet away from you, and the speed at which it traveled from you initially indicated to you it was pretty fast. But the good news is Antamila took its magical rope.
Lasso of truth?
The lasso of truth. So the battle music is stopped. You guys can stay on guard and do what you will, but I will ask, what do you want to do from this point?
Well, we've already established Avernus doesn't have normal day-night cycles, right? So
Yeah.
it looks the same now as it did during the day, quote-unquote
Correct.
day. So, and then we will take advantage of this, and while he's up here in the air, he'll, even though Lulu's done it before, he'll take a gander in the direction we're heading and see if he can see anything.
Yeah. As Lulu described, you think you're about a half day's journey walking from a interesting mountain range that Lulu described it pretty well. It looks like the top parts of knuckles of a hand, except it seems like the hand is maybe buried
Gotcha.
under sand and dirt. And you see that in the far distance. Actually, what's your passive perception?
Passive's 15.
You get an additional detail. You think you see what appears to be walls.
Okay.
They're not like grand walls or anything. In fact, if you weren't like specifically looking over there, you don't think you would have seen anything at all. It looks like maybe part of the terrain at cursory glance, but with some scrutiny, you catch an additional detail there. Seems
Additional details are what I was after, so thank you.
You are quite welcome.
Um,
Man, Operation Kidnap on Tamila didn't work. I was really hoping he would get you and just fly away and effective character death. I failed.
Eldrin would come to Antamilla and ask if the thing said anything.
yeah,
Oh, you would get something. I forgot to mention, you definitely get a parting goodbye on Tamila. Again, you would hear this in your head. Just like last time, same voice.
yeah, fly back down.
Is Lulu still slumbering peacefully?
Yeah, Lulu didn't hear anything for the first half of things, and then for the rest of it, like
Our little trunk is snoring.
she's just peacefully kind of chilling there.
So what was that? What just happened? I mean, clearly something attacked you, but
Is Maurice frozen or is he really still?
I think there's no way he's standing that still. He has to be frozen.
Okay.
Like, it's really creepy though. Just imagine.
For a second, I'm like, man, he's
He
not
moved.
kicking it.
Everyone try to copy Maurice's face and stand as still as you can. I can't do it.
I can't do it looking at you because
Yeah.
then you start laughing and I start laughing.
No.
He read my Facebook message though, which is encouraging. But his internet seems to have been destroyed. Welcome to my custom pip kip of being a jerk, guys.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was clearly Pip Kip by the scorpion tail.
Yeah, you recognize that tail from anywhere. And Maurice will know that it's Pip Kip after this as well, so it's not going to be a secret.
Invisibility.
So,
Yeah, imp invisibility, some sort of
Yeah.
silence going on. Ooh,
so I have a question.
yeah,
How strong is it? It must have a good amount of strength to carry Antamilla. Like,
it's pretty strong. Hey, there he is.
Can you not hear?
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
frozen. We were all trying to emulate you. We were all like, you were frozen, looking like this. Like,
Oh, he was hearing us.
oh, that's funny.
All right.
Yeah, because I like
so-
asked the question and she didn't respond. And he didn't respond. I was like, "You frozen."
So I let them know that was Pip Kip.
That was Pip Kip.
That was Pip Kip.
Pip Kick was
And
small though.
she will be back and try again. And I have her stupid rope now.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
not getting another one of those. That's a permanent consequence. That is
What
going to be.
is this?
We
Yeah.
saw a bow.
What?
We saw it wearing things, right? Like,
Yeah, so this creature was fully adorned in plate armor. Actually, on Tamila's passive perception would have picked up something interesting about it. It seemed to be made of the same material as the chains you climbed down, leaving El Terrell.
Neat. Demon metal. Cool.
so we
Yeah.
saw it close by, so we could locate it if we wanted to.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I can attempt.
Doesn't
to.
necessarily. How long is locate? Well, it doesn't. You're not gonna be able to catch this thing, I think, unless it stops.
Unless, yeah, I was gonna say, unless it
Yeah,
stops.
Yeah, if it stops because it's thinking it's safe, we lost that Maurice.
Yeah, that's up to you.
Oh, that'll be fun, actually.
See,
I'll-
I would
I'll-
be like, let's hunt that shit down.
Oh, I
you know,
like
because
where
he
this is
might be
going.
Safe.
Well, let me
I have
see.
Phantom Steed. I have my If it stops nearby, then I can use the Phantom Steed and.
The thing that's
Yeah.
interesting is Pip Kip knows a lot about your group.
That's true.
And Pip Kip is a coward. I'm gonna make secret roll.
It's not the first time he's been hit by Eldrin.
Yeah, he actually he thought the only way he was gonna get away with on Tamila was dropping you. So he tried to make a desperate attempt to take you out, and then he missed with all three, of course.
Yeah.
Jesus. But yeah, I think he realized that he wasn't gonna get away,
Yeah.
and then just like with on Tamila because she kind of gives away his position. So yeah, he kind of gave up. Okay. So for this, I need to make a roll because I'm gonna determine what happens, and then I'm gonna roll some other dice.
Well, I guess we don't know if we're locating right. Right.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna set it up just in case you are.
Oh, okay. Cool. Do we want to try to chase him down? Chase her down? I guess not that it's her.
Yeah, Edmund would be all down for that if we can do that.
I mean, you could certainly do what you'd like to do.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
when I say if we can do that, I mean,
I'm not gonna say you cannot look for this creature. So
right. The only realistic way to look for her, I think, is if we cast locate object and she's within range. If she's
Yes.
not, we're gonna end up running into worse shit while trying to,
Let me see what the range of the Phantom. Real quick.
Yeah, because I can summon my steed too, but that takes 10 minutes, so probably not. Actually.
No, I think it might have to be like a 2-man run, if we're gonna do it.
While she's bloodied, yeah.
Well, not just that, but that way I can go in the we can go in the Phantom Steed, and it's
Right,
actually,
yeah.
I think it's probably like a 200 foot of movement. But let me double. Yeah, I mean it has a speed of 100 feet, so it can dash at 200, which means we should theoretically be able to catch up to it with 2 people. Now it's gonna go invisible, so I don't know. Can imps usually do that? I
you
know we already-
100% know that
Yeah.
imps can go invisible at will.
Yeah.
But is it on command, or is it also like,
It's on command. You would know
Okay.
this.
yeah.
It's pretty much just an action for them to pop, disappear.
So it'll be pretty difficult to do anything, even if we catch up to it.
I have a question, and if this is something that it's not possible for us to know or need to check, obviously don't answer it, no. But you mentioned when you were describing the Lord Anthamilla, so obviously Edmund doesn't know this, but Kenny is curious. You said that Uranus or whatever are normally, unlike normal, devils or demons or whatever, they are fallen angels, right?
Yes.
So the idea here is that Pip-Kip was upgraded for doing a good job, right? That's the
That's
whole thing.
one way to think of it, perhaps, yeah.
Right. So I'm just trying to wrap my head, like as Kenny, I'm trying to wrap my head around how does it evolve into something that is normally the result of another type. You know what I mean? Like
That's a great question, Kenny. There is an
Yeah.
answer to it. I'm certainly not going to tell you it.
yeah,
Are
okay.
we able to find it out now, though? I wonder.
Well, if you want to try to reason it out more, you've got a lot of information already on Tamila.
You cut out really bad, Donald.
Yeah.
So
I heard if you want to
Perhaps-
reason it out, and
Let's rejoin this call. Sorry, I rejoined the call, boys. Can you hear me better?
Well,
Alex, now you completely blanked out, and I haven't heard. Yeah, you said perhaps that, and then just nothing after that.
Usually
hear
when
me
this
now?
happens, we all have to rejoin. We've all experienced this
Yeah.
before.
All right, everybody up.
Let's
Let's
do
do
Yeah, you're back.
Sorry for the camera, folks.
Test.
Yo.
All right. This is sounding good.
All right, what were you saying, Alex? Perhaps what now?
So perhaps this is closer to what Kip Kip truly is. Just she had fallen so much, her original form was lost. Just now
Oh.
that she's acquired more power, she's kind of returning to form,
Possible, I suppose.
possibly. Meanwhile, Anthamilla, are you okay?
Yeah,
Like,
she
what
seemed
was
to be
that all
talking to
about?
you.
I'm being hunted down by a sadistic half angel, half demon with a scorpion tail who's trying to. Have you guys heard the tale of Wandar Woman? It seemed a little like that with the weapon and it was hilarious, but not the time and place, I guess. But yeah, no, I'm fine, great, totally not slightly traumatized at all.
I almost thought we were going to make it to our destination without any problems, really.
No.
I didn't.
You know I couldn't allow that.
it was
No
close,
way.
it was close.
This is just that was Edmund. Like, literally. Like, just,
So,
I thought we were having a good run.
I'm having
Edmund, do you think you can track her down? Is that something
Yeah,
viable? The more we talk, the further she gets away.
yeah, I was close up on her, so I could definitely try locate object, and if she's within 1,000 feet, I'll know.
So, locate object, is it concentration or is it just a one-time thing?
It's a concentration, yeah.
Okay. So you're going to get information on this, which might...
It's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, if the party's like, because Edmund would be willing to, like, if we find this, we should hunt her down while she's, weakened, so that she doesn't attack us
Agreed.
again.
We should figure out if she's close enough. I think that's step one.
I will cast locate object then.
Yeah. So the creature seems to be heading southeast. It is presently about 300 feet away. It is high in the air, heading in the direction of El Terrell.
Okay.
I
Looks
guess
like he's heading back to El Trail, to the southeast.
You think that could be bad?
well, it's way too quick for us. We'll never get it.
Yeah,
No,
if it's not stopping, then Antherilla, can you
Yeah,
cast
you would see it's moving like in a straight trajectory to that direction.
I don't think we're going to be able to catch it then, but Antherilla, can you maybe warn Rhea?
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
So I sit down and do I have any more thirds? I think I do. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and do ascending and give me a second. Then it's Terrea.
Yeah, definitely to Rhea.
So while she's doing that, I'll say, I mean, we could run after it for the next 10 minutes, see if it stops, and probably waste our energy doing that. Or do we just cut our losses down?
You actually got gains. Got loot.
We just
Cut
gotta
our
rotate.
cut our lane, gains.
I guess like if as time goes by, is it getting farther and farther away?
Yeah, it's moving in perpetually moving in a straight trajectory in the direction of El Terrell.
Because the only way we would catch up is if it decides to stop within the next 10 minutes, giving the opportunity.
Right.
But that means we'd have to spend all our resources trying to keep up with it for the next 10 minutes. Or whatever, not all are.
Right.
So that's what I'm asking. Is it worth doing that?
Yeah, and I don't even think we can keep up with it. I think we would have to do. I think we'd have to, like Eldrin said, use Phantom Steed, and that means only 2 people can go, and I have to be one of them because I'm the one with Locate Object up.
Another consideration is its trajectory is going to take it over water, which you will not be able to follow conveniently on the Phantom Steed.
And it's going further away, and then we won't be going as slow and
Yeah, right now it's flying at about 300 feet high as well.
Right. Yeah, it's so high that it's like.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to catch as much as I would love to eliminate that.
If we had an easier way to see through invisibility.
Well,
Yeah.
I could always surrender.
Or you can make a deal.
None.
Okay, so we won't go after her this time.
I
Yeah.
heard it
Oh,
pretty bad.
reading this message. Hold on. I have to give a reply.
I could tell.
Actually, you're going to get a short reply.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Wait, what? Are you adding more words? Oh, thank you. Oh my god. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Your reply would be, okay, we will be prepared, thank you. It's a very short reply. There's not much to say.
I let him know.
Alright. I mean, I doubt it could have done something by now.
It's Pip Kip. Gonna try something stupid and crafty. Probably hostages or some other stupid shite.
How did it know your location?
That's a fantastic question. It's probably been following us this whole time.
So we should probably get out of here and find another crater to rest in.
We should probably try to do that in case it decides to. I mean, I doubt it's gonna come back around, given that it's how far it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's until 1,000 feet before your locate object wears off. It still seems to be heading in that straight direction. Doesn't deviate.
If it was following the whole time.
It's more likely that it used magical means to find a location.
Find a way to get true sight or something.
I regret not buying that lantern of revealing.
I mean, are these creatures, you said they, familiar, you're not aware, they aren't typically innate spellcasters?
They're not innate spellcasters, no.
Okay.
You did say that, Donald, so.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, if it was an Elturel, while we're there, he could have followed us all the way here. Or she could have followed us all the way here. Probably listen to our conversations too.
No, that's true, but if she was following us, why wait? 3 days. Especially if she failed, she's just gonna head right back to
I
Elmdale.
wonder, is that silence thing something normal for imps? No, right?
No, definitely not. You know all there is to know about imps. And it's not a thing that's related to Aranyes as well.
And the silence spell is not, it's not casted on something, it's in
It's
an area, right?
located on a point, yes. Not an object or creature at all, normally, no.
So, I mean, that is, I think that's the weirdest part. It's this ability that I haven't heard of anything else having. Have I?
No, definitely
Silence
not.
Aura, almost.
Well, I wonder if it's on purpose, you know? If
Well,
we
it
can
seems
if
very,
we, if,
very pointed at certain people in the party. It would be
Well-
very, very useful to capture a spellcaster if you have a silencing aurora.
yeah, but if you can't control it, then maybe it also can't hear anything around it, right? So, like, can it not hear our conversations either, right? Like,
Antavila, give me an insight check. Eldrin, also give me an insight check.
sure.
Nice. Antamila, so you think about it a little bit, and what Eldrin said, the only time you've heard Pip-Kip talking has been telepathically to you. So maybe it's true that, you know how silence works. Silence can't have sounds going in or out of the area of silence. So if it is the silence spell, perhaps it hasn't heard everything, because you're confident you would know the sound of Pip-Kip's fluttering anywhere if it was within earshot. You've heard it a lot. So if what Eldrin was saying is true, and you think maybe it's just been following you, it's not likely that it's heard your conversations. Because you're pretty confident you would have heard it. The wing flapping has increased a little bit with a giant angel body compared to normal imp wings. So that's just with your huge insight check, you kind of put some of that together. You don't think that this creature has heard your conversations because of the way silence works.
Interesting. Now that brings a different question. How did it hear me if I was talking out loud to it earlier?
I mean, I guess you think about what you say when you
Yeah.
Yeah, when are you which part are you talking about?
The very first time, which is making a deal until they eat a dick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I assumed that it was the telepathic communication, but if you
So we
didn't
can
if you
go-
didn't respond in your head, then she actually wouldn't have heard that. To be fair, wait, no
Oh.
spoilers. Spoilers.
Now that is extraordinarily strange because the response was, "I'll take that as a no." So either
Yeah,
she
but that
has
could
a-
just be you not
or
responding.
watching me.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna play that because I just assumed you had responded telepathically. My bad.
Huh? Yeah, because I said I'd shout it out because I don't know. Like I'd have to use sending, right? I'm like I didn't have any. I didn't want to use the sending uses in because Jacksagor. Huh?
do you think what you say when you say it?
That's true too. Good
Like
point.
how do you want to rule it? Honestly, just how do you want to rule it? Like seriously, I'll take
I'm
it
gonna
as a
rule
no.
it. You don't know how it works. What she did. If you're talking
Okay.
about sending, sending works business as usual. However, that says it works. If
But
you have to
that's
say it out
specific, 'cause
loud.
I did not send it. I did not send that thing to her.
Okay, yeah.
shouted
If you didn't send it, I will note that. But you don't know. You think if it's related to silence. You know that Aranyes can speak telepathically. You do know that with your religion check. You've obviously been having it talk to you in your head.
So I'm going to try and think something to Pip-Kip then.
Okay, what do you try to think
I
to
don't know how
Pip-Kip?
that even works. Why do you keep wanting to make a deal?
You don't get a response. You would know that with your ridiculously high religion check that you made, telepathy only works within a certain range.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, that is information.
Yeah, you know that specifically because your roll, again, was so ridiculously high, they would have to be within 120 feet of you. So that's relevant for you to know for other things.
We can also probably test the initiation with Lulu as well, right? She should get talk
Oh
telepathically.
yeah, she speaks telepathically. So
Oh,
yeah.
can she? I forgot about that.
Yeah, so
Keep
you
forgetting
can.
that. That's how she talks, because she'd sound like mom, 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 mom. She talked out of her actual mouth.
She actually speaks quite fluent Celestial, but you are 100% right.
Well, she speaks it out of her nose because Celestial sounds like musically garbly good. All right. What?
Like angelic Charlie Brown teachers.
Yes.
I can't unimagine it now. It's
Yeah,
canon.
Well, I think we're in good shape right now. We
Yeah.
can probably try to rest again, and then maybe keep that locate object in the back of our, in our back pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna identify this rope. I guess play with it for a little bit.
Yeah. It is very obviously after playing with it, you have a little bit of a head start too because you kind of heard the command word that was used. Well, actually, you wouldn't have heard the command word that was used. You were silent. I actually don't know how that works.
Head.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. It's not like a spell where it has a verbal component, but we're just gonna say you figure it out anyway because that makes life easier. And it is obviously a rope of entanglement as the normal item. And I will post it in chat for you here. But it is also in D&D Beyond, so you could definitely add that to your character sheet.
Waste of potions, that one. Oh, yeah.
We should probably also try to sleep closer together next time.
You guys were actually pretty close. I put you really close on that map. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. If you want to get closer than that, you certainly can.
Edmund will remember that he has a 2-person tent.
Yeah, I just put Lulu in your tent because it made sense. Lulu and Slobberchops are totally chilling with you.
Okay. I was going to say, no one was sleeping with Edmund.
I'd say I would want. Wait, no, your aura doesn't work if you're unconscious, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
What about Lulu's aura?
Lulu's does, actually.
The ultimate protection. Just snuggle with Lulu while you sleep.
We'll probably want to be in her aura if we can.
That's actually interesting. I didn't think about the aura during that fight. I didn't even have her on the map at the beginning of it. I don't think it would have changed much because the people were in the aura that could have made the noise anyway. But, yeah, her aura actually would have stopped the silence. Now I'm thinking about it. The squares that it occupied. But, yeah, Lulu, that's her default state of being. So even when she's sleeping, it's active. She has to actually specifically concentrate to not have it on. Lulu is still sleeping, by the way.
There's no reason to rile her.
We'll tell her about it in the morning.
Yep.
She's gonna feel bad though.
Poor Lulu.
So we try this again.
All right, so we're
We
going to
should-
sleep.
At least, yeah, we could.
Yep.
Good to know, then. Move the bed rolls.
5 feet closer,
Near-
so you guys are literally right next to each other.
But I mean to Lulu.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like here.
You'll easily all be able to. It's a huge aura. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Lulu OP. Okay, yeah, not a problem. You're absolutely able to do that, and you move your bedrolls closer to Edmund's tent. Lulu is safely protected within the confines of the tent. And first watch on Tamila. You're a little startled. You know, you're kind of perpetually keeping your eyes upward just in case. And nothing happens. The next watch goes uneventful, and the rest of the watches go uneventful. Kenny, I was actually going to give you something if you didn't get woken up early in the combat, which would have been interesting, but it didn't happen. I'm sorry. I'll tell you after.
I
Yeah,
wonder.
She's still gonna.
As long as it's not spoilerinos.
No, it was. You were going to be specifically woken up, actually.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. I was going to give you a
That makes
benefit for that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But kind of irrelevant now. So, But yeah. You all awaken the next morning, feeling fully refreshed. All your spells are back, fully healed up. It's a bright, sunny, non-sunny, non-bright day in Avernus. What would you all like to do?
Continue north.
All right.
Question? Yeah, guys?
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
continue north.
Cool. Give me a 2d4. Eldrin.
Ah.
Okay, thank God. I was actually nervous that you guys were actually going to make the last roll Oh, I forgot I wasn't actually even going to have you guys roll because you're so close. It's kind of impossible to get lost at this point. Sorry. That was a meaningless roll. I feel bad. So, I'll actually... You know what I'll do? I'll be nice and I'll apply that to your next one.
Nice.
Because I don't like people wasting your rolls. So you keep heading in that direction. And, Eldrin... you hear something from your bag. And it says, I wish they had good read aloud text for this. I'm just gonna say it sounds like a crazed man coming from your bag. The voice, the disembodied voice of a crazed man coming from your bag, and it says, "You have arrived at Fort Knucklebone."
Eldrin, something's wrong with your bag.
I
Take it off slowly
guess.
and step away.
guess that's how they let people know you've reached a place. Do we see the
Edmund
wall?
would remember that the map talked to him, so it might be the map that's on Eldrin's person.
Yeah, it does. I was going to ask, did it sound like that before? When it?
No, it was
Oh.
definitely a different voice and definitely different sayings and stuff like
Demeanor, yeah.
that. Yeah.
It's good to know though, because if we go to another location, I guess we'll hear it. But it should probably not be on me.
He's gonna be sneaking around it, and the map starts screaming. He knows it's gonna happen.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll take it back and put it back.
I'll
in
give
the
it to Edmund.
You're gonna put it in the bag of holding?
No, I guess not, since it can be beneficial apparently. Yeah, I'll just put it in my normal backpack.
Yeah, we'll
You
just
should
try to
definitely
remember.
one of the pots and pans robots. We're good with this.
Yeah, we'll try to remember to put it in the bag of holding if we're trying to infiltrate a place.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
to know. You will try to remember.
If anything, he'll be an Edmund, so he's not very quiet anyway.
Exactly. Pots and pans robots. It's just more of the same.
It's true. All right. So, a fortified. You kind of move along a little bit, and you're kind of getting closer to these mountain ranges. And as you approach, you see the following: a fortified compound sits atop a low plateau that rises out of a crater-pocketed landscape. At the center of the compound is a hill of rust-colored stone that resembles a hand clawing into the ground, with gaps between the fingers. A jagged wall made of rock, bones, and metal debris surrounds this hand-shaped hill. Other highlights visible from this distance include a gatehouse, atop which stand half a dozen small creatures on watch. And this is in the distance. You can kind of see that from where you are. What would you like to do?
Did you sell your periscope?
What?
I thought we had a telescope or a periscope.
The spyglass. Did we ever sell that?
I don't think we ever come to
I think
sell
we-
Is it
I thought
is
we
it on
sold
your
it.
character
Sold that.
sheet? Yeah, if it's not on your
Pretty sure.
character sheet, you definitely sold it.
Yeah,
Pretty sure we
that's
sold it.
pretty sure we did. Yeah.
It was worth a lot of money, so I think you did sell it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Back then we were gold deprived. Right now Edmund's walking around with
If it's gold flush, you're stacking the paper.
he has 709 gold on himself.
Can
like,
make
for
it
himself.
rain upon your foes. Don't
And
act like I
then-
didn't give you something to spend it on, though, nerds. I don't
No,
even
no.
want to hear
Yeah.
it. You could
And
end
then
up. You could be in this place with like 3,000 gold each. It's ridiculous.
The party treasury has 1,300.
Nice.
Ooh.
So-
Maybe I should have put on something else.
All
Yeah,
right. You guys see this? Lulu looks excited and anxious. She wants to. She wants to go.
I guess we don't really know where their alliances lie. Other than
Lulu thought that the two
Right.
Kenku helped her. She thinks.
Right.
She's not quite sure even of that, though, to be quite honest. But she thinks so.
at the very least we should be cautious.
I mean, from what you can see, there's really going to be no viable way we can sneak up on this place, right? We're out in the middle. They have
Yeah,
all
it's-
the visibility,
Yeah.
and we're out in the middle of nowhere. So
It's
Yeah, it might
like
not
a
be good to
fort.
sneak up anyways. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we'll just stroll up on it then.
Might as well.
nice and casual.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so as you get closer, the people leading, give me a perception check, please.
That would be.
I'm calling for an active one because I'm assuming you guys will be paying attention to stuff in front of you
Yeah.
when approaching the
Eldritch
fortress.
Sorry, 1 second. Perception.
Yeah, so you're pretty confident that you see about maybe 6 strange small. You think maybe they're like gnomes, kind of on like things on a wall near a gate. And an interesting feature of them is they all seem to be wearing red hats. They're all Papa Smurfs. Spoilers. They actually look like Papa Smurf hats, to be fair. Like, dead serious.
Nice. I mean, okay.
Alright, so you keep going. Alright,
Yeah,
you
I
get
mean,
to the you get close to the gate.
Unless I
How
would know what they are.
Guys-
Yeah. I would point it out to the rest of the party. They didn't
In-game?
notice.
Oh, okay. Give me a if you want to see if you know what they are, give me a
They're
nature
little
check.
whatevers. You know what?
What? Maurice, I think you're cutting out again.
And we're losing.
I'm going to try to do a nature check without, just by myself, without
Possibly.
Yeah, do
Helping.
it. Make it happen,
any of that
Captain.
situation. Oh, okay.
You have no clue.
Not today.
Did you want me to make one or was it Antonella?
It's up to you guys. Whoever makes the next check.
Well, I wanted to figure out what they were.
Yeah,
What-
give me a
what
nature
next?
check then.
Because I was pointing them out to the party.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Let's see. What is the roll? Oh yeah. You're. It's weird because you would think that you would not know anything about this. But for some reason, you have a strange innate knowledge. You know what this is. You're confident that these are fey creatures. You're very confident that they're a small fey creature known as their appearance would imply, redcaps. These creatures are normally very evil and very dangerous creatures. They are known for also being unusually strong for their size. And they wear big iron boots that would normally not be fitting for a creature of such a size. And they are known to kick people with them.
Nice.
But otherwise, they are fey, which is weird because you focus more on fiends,
Yeah.
but you seem to know everything there is to know about this creature.
I would let the party know dangers of the. Check for the kicks. And do they seem to just be hanging out, or?
Yeah,
partying?
they're just kind of sitting there watching. They obviously see you. They're all looking in your general direction. You're not
Okay.
really approaching in any like stealthy or
Not manning
covert way.
tiny cannons to shoot us with.
And they're just kind of waiting.
Guess we'll just proceed.
Yeah, just keep approaching, just watchful. Make sure they don't try to. Yeah,
Eldrin.
they don't really have like magic, right? They can't like shoot fireballs at us.
No, they definitely don't have magic. You would know
Not
that.
that I
Eldrin.
know of.
Okay, well, then let's.
Eldrin, do you know if these are fey creatures? Do you know what language they speak?
Eldrin, you would know for some reason. It's actually unknown to you as to why you know this. Again, you've never read this in a book or anything like that. It just kind of pops to your head. And you know they speak Common and Sylvan, commonly.
I think I can speak Sylvan.
Most Fae speak Sylvan, you would actually know matter-of-factly. Eldrin. Alright, so how close are you going to get?
That's a damn good question. Are we gonna still try and keep walking close to these apparently evil thingies?
I feel close enough for them to hear us call out.
Yeah, I need distances, my dude. 200 feet, then?
Oh, we've talked about this in length before.
Yeah, but I want you to tell me the distance you're approaching from. Tell me. Tell your DM what you're doing.
We can get in shouting range and try and communicate with them.
What was shouting range?
I
300
think,
feet?
I think it was like 200 or 300 feet. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 200, 300 feet.
Yeah, let's
I
just
mean,
say 200 feet.
Yeah.
Enough?
200 feet.
I like it. 200 feet.
All right,
200
cool.
feet.
You guys
Fine,
get
fine.
close to you get 200 feet close to the gate, and you shout. What do you shout to them?
Shout.
Hello there! I'm assuming they notice us.
They're looking
Oh,
in
yeah,
your
they're
direction. They don't
Yeah.
respond.
They're
They're just kind of watching you.
Kind of turn towards my group sheepishly, and
Maybe they don't speak common.
I'll tell them we're weary travelers. Looking to try to find someone, and we believe they are here in your lovely home stronghold here.
Oh, see if the sword is in there.
You see them kind of looking to each other, and kind of you could tell that they're speaking to each other, but you can't hear them. And they just kind of keep talking amongst themselves for a bit, unless the circumstances change.
Okay.
Should we try to speak in some of our other languages?
Well, you know they speak in Sylvan, right?
Yeah. So I was saying all of that in common. I don't know Sylvan,
Right.
so I was like, anybody?
I'm thinking Eldrin knows that they.
Do I know Sylvan all of a sudden?
No, I thought it was on your character sheet, isn't it? I looked at everyone's languages at one point, and I could have sworn you spoke Sylvan.
Don't think so, but
All of a sudden, I was like, holy cow, I can. While he's figuring that out,
nope. Abyssal Common, Elvish.
I'll call and say,
Thieves'
can
Camp. Maybe
we
they're thieves.
can we come up, or somebody?
And you hear a yell in common. Come closer! Come closer! We can't hear you!
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like that needs a fireball response.
What?
I mean,
And we just do a fireball.
we can't.
Come! Don't be afraid!
Yes,
We're
is that right
friendly!
there? We do a fire- Nope, I don't trust that. Insight! Insight!
Insight
Yeah,
is a good one.
give me an insight. It's gonna be an interesting insight.
God, if they're friendly, I'm gonna be so... Let's see if I got it. Fail to save. No, these guys are fine. Where are you?
Well, it's a matter of interpreting information here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not sure about their intentions, but you can tell that these creatures probably are not nice creatures in general. This is based on what Eldrin told you, and the fact that they're all kind of holding in their hands like rusted, bloody sickles. They're strange creatures. Eldrin would get a bonus piece of information, even though his insight is lower. And I'm gonna message you this, Eldrin.
Hey, I get a message. Yeah. I never get message.
Finally, somebody else gets telepathed.
And that's what you know.
Yeah, while we're at this very safe distance, Edmund, can you see if
Oh.
that sword's in there?
I would
Yeah,
would
sure.
say it seemed somehow I know the Fae can't really lie directly, but they might try to trick.
Okay, it's good to know. Yeah, give me a second here, and I'll concentrate. And not literally, it doesn't. Oh, it does take concentration. Sorry. So yeah, literally, and I'll cast locate object on the sword.
It doesn't seem to be within 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
I guess I would ask Lulu if she remembers anything to do with these Fae creatures.
She would kind of scratch her head with her trunk a couple times, and she would say, I think there was a lot of these and other weird ones inside. They didn't eat me, so that's good.
Do you remember having any problems with them? Did they try to harm anyone else?
I don't think so. But they don't look friendly.
No, they don't.
Maybe they gave quarter to the Hell Riders while they were here. Let's just go. If they try something, we lay them where they stand.
Okay.
And start walking forward.
Yeah, I'm going to walk up.
They're tiny. How bad could it be?
I will try to walk up 40 feet with my hands in the air. You know,
Okay,
nice
they
and
just,
slow.
They just kind of watch
And
you as you approach.
again, I'll call out, can someone come down and meet us?
Give me a persuasion check.
Did you just take us to your leader?
Or almost. It's just like,
yeah, kind
hey,
of.
we're guests here. 15.
So, hold on just a minute! And you kind of hear them all chuckling, and the gates open up, and one of them starts running towards you full speed with a sickle in his hand. And he kind of stops, like, abruptly. It's like a really awkward, like, comedy stop. Like, 50 feet away from you. He just kind of suddenly stops. No. And he kind of looks at you with a squinty eye. What's the password? Just kind of looks at you.
I'll quietly say in Celestial to Lulu, do you know the password?
He's staring at you intently.
Does Lulu respond?
Lulu is just watching this thing. She's kind of actually transfixed on making sure that Derek's okay. Because she just saw this thing kind of run. She would eventually say, no.
Oh, okay.
How are we not next to Derek?
So...
Wait, what'd you say?
Edmund and I, to answer Elion's question, Edmund and I said we were moving up. I said I would have started walking 40 feet up.
Okay, I would imagine I would have gone ahead with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we probably all follow, but we're not going to let you set up alert shows already.
Oh, okay, so the party is coming up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Okay.
apparently this thing is was running 50 feet up to us before it stopped.
It literally just stopped abruptly, like just boop.
Oh, okay. Real surprised.
I'll say
Eldrin
when-
hasn't loosed an arrow. I don't know the password, guys.
He's kind of looking
I'll
at
say
you.
we're not from around here. What password do you speak of?
And he kind of like leans in, and he's like 50 feet away, but it's almost like he's like trying to whisper in your ear. He says, and then he says it really loud, "We don't have a password!" And he kind of falls over on the ground laughing, and all the ones at the gate start laughing. And they say, "Come on in, you're expected! Come on in!"
Wait, who's expecting us?
And he kind of like gallops away with his iron boots towards the gate, and the gate kind of raises open again.
Who's expecting us?
And that is where we will end it for this session, as he ignores you. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a good night.